Tutok si Keki Not in Iran. Osashiku.
Konnichiwa!
Minasan konnichiwa!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk to Keki. I'm Matt, your host, and to join me, as always, that's not my cat, Hime. Ethan, what's going on?
Kokikenyo minasan daijoubu desu ka?
Everything's great. Everything's Daijabu here. I got my transfer approved.
Whoop whoop! Cheers to that, buddy.
Yeah, after various negotiations between two postmasters.
Watermelon lime smash. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's right, Hime. Good job.
I'm still waiting on if I'm gonna get my friend's cat or not. Her name's Hinata.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a white cat. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting if I get that cat or not. Then Shadow have a friend.
Yep. Oh, no, it's okay, Hime. You can just don't break anything. Just don't step here. It's okay. No, just sit down.
Oh,
She's saying
now.
she's saying no. She'll lay down a bit. But in June I will be in a closer office, so I will definitely have some free time. I can have a life.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
They didn't want me to go.
Of course not, because you're a fucking slave for them.
No, apparently I do a good job, and the one that took me in said she would not take no for an answer.
Yeah, well.
And so that was the deal of borrowing me, and then after that I go there. I'll even get paid for gas too, since I'm gonna be driving to basically a different office by being in a different one.
Nice. You get a
So
little
I'll get paid in that 50-mile difference every day for the next 6
3
weeks.
months. That's crazy.
I know. So
Awesome sauce.
Yep. All right. Hey, mate, what's up? What's up? I know you want to join the show. It's okay.
As my cat meows too.
Yeah. No, she's not meowing. She's being very affectionate.
You're a good papa.
She wants to join the show.
Let her join the show.
Come on, he may
Give her a mic. Give her a mic.
No. And no. Get down. You're cute, but get down. But anyway, that's really good. That's all that's going on in my life this week. And in 2 weeks, I'll be at a convention, the Nadeshikon, from March 24th to 26th in Quebec City.
Quebec. Oh.
Yep.
Vive Canadian.
Yep. We even made a bingo card for what happens at the cons.
You know, I've never had a desire whatsoever to really go to any sort of cons. You know, I've never been to MetroCon here in Orlando. It's the biggest one of the bigger ones, one of the more known ones. And it's just I've never really had a true desire to ever want to go to any of those type of things.
Well, if we ever get famous enough to where they want us to go, we're gonna have to do that.
That would be fucking bonkers. Absolutely.
That's what I was expecting from that message on Twitter a couple months ago. The guy never wrote back.
Of course, because it's a fucking fake. All 3/4 of that shit, dude.
He was like, okay, yeah, it's okay, ghost me after seeing all of his links and all this. Okay. There was a few in Florida, there was some up Midwest.
They probably heard us talking about traps and dicks and shit, and they were like, nope, can't do this.
Yeah, he got turned off, the bastard.
But
yeah, we made a bingo. Whoever wins gets a free dinner. Me and my friends.
How many of you guys are going?
What?
How many of you guys are going?
4 of us, me, my spouse, and then 2 of my friends.
Nice.
Because they're the only ones that can get a passport.
Nice.
So we're all doing that. Can't wait. I got my cosplays ready.
It's gonna be a good fucking time.
Exactly. If we don't have fun at the con, we're gonna have fun around the city. That's all. That's really the end goal.
Someone's getting fucked up.
Oh yeah, no, that was at our bingo. Someone's getting drunk, or someone's bringing someone back to the Airbnb.
Someone's bringing somebody back.
Not me. It's the other two.
They're lightweights.
My one friend doesn't drink as much. The other guy, he does drink mostly rum and coke, but we'll get some good ones for him.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, let's get to some quick adaptations. Not a lot of news for the week.
Thank God.
As a vending machine, Now I Wander the Dungeon
Weird.
is getting a summer 23 premiere.
Weird.
It is very weird. It looks very weird.
Hungry.
Furin,
Eat while you guys do this. While you say this.
Furin Beyond Journey's End is also getting a fall 23 premiere. I think it's the same as I think it's directed by the same one that did Bocchi the Rock. So hold on. Oh, it's got a text, sorry. But yeah, it kind of looks like you remember Faraway Paladin?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the judging by that background, it's kind of like has that atmosphere.
I forgot about Faraway Paladin. Jeez, it's been so long, right?
I know it's only been like not even 2 years.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Shows how memorable it was.
It wasn't bad. Hopefully season 2 gets better.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it looks promising. This one will probably be in my fall list. And then Boruto, anime part 1 is ending.
Mm-hmm. Major news.
So we're gonna get a Boruto shipping this.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, and in exchange, we're getting 4 episodes of the original Naruto.
It's not shipping either. It's just the OG Naruto.
I know. So, what they gonna do?
I have no idea.
It's gonna be it's gonna be very interesting.
Their original episodes, but is it gonna cover like some like time travel shit? Like because in Boruto, there's a piece
with Sasuke going time traveling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he meets Jiraiya. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Either that or they're just gonna fuck around. I have no idea.
I mean, it's good for the nostalgia, I guess, but I mean, like I wrote in our chat, at the end of the day, the entire reason why we're doing because they're basically they're still within the arc, if I'm not mistaken, in the manga, and they're adapting that arc in basically almost in real time. So they're trying to give him more time for more of the things to come out so they can have more episodes to do. And I think also because like these types of pieces within the show are so critical, I think like they really want to like make it stand out, especially with the animation throughout this new arc. It's been very clean. The animation's been very clean, and there's a lot of intrigue building with this. And so we only have basically another 3 more episodes until the arc is over, the end of the season.
Right.
And I just really think that they really want to make this like a huge deal. Like they really want to like make this known because they've basically like run off so many Naruto fans because of how mid Boruto has been. Despite for all its greatness, it has been mid or lower at many times, and that's driven off so many of the people. They've nerfed Naruto, nerfed Sasuke, so they just continuously turn while trying to enhance Boruto and make that story interesting. They still continue to nerf and basically
it's just too late to bring people back.
So
after nearly almost 300 episodes,
so that's what they're trying to do. Like, oh, I'll watch original Naruto. And then perhaps, like I said, they'll tie that into Boruto somehow, some way. Like it'll be like some like unknown genesis for what we get now with the Osutsuki and shit. So we don't know.
Right. My gas is pretty. But anyway, we have one more thing. The last week was the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Yes.
So we're gonna get to those winners right now. Best VA performance for Arabic, it goes to Hunter x Hunter. And then I know they did various countries like German, which has Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Italian, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. Portuguese, Spy Family. Spanish, Demon Slayer, Entertainment District Arc. French.
We should have Angel watch that in Spanish to see how it is.
Yeah. French, Rank of the Kings. Castilian, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie.
Castilian, wow.
Yep, I know, right? And English, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners.
I'm very surprised you didn't say Latin next.
No, Japanese, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2.
Part 58.
Yeah, that. All right, now the actual awards. Best Romance, Kage-sama, Love is War, Ultra Romance.
Of course.
Yeah, that was no doubt. Best Fantasy, Demon Slayer, Red Light District.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but popularity. Best Drama, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2.
Makes sense.
Best Comedy, Spy Family.
Yeah.
I know. Best Action, Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Must Protect at All Costs character, Anya.
Oh God, I want to fucking punch her.
Best Supporting character, Anya.
She's basically the main character.
She's a main. I know. Best Main character, Eren from Attack on Titan.
You mean worst boy?
Yeah, fuck him. That's all. He can go fuck himself. Best Director, Demon Slayer. Best Anime Song, The Rumbling from Attack on Titan.
I can't wait to hear it. I have never heard it.
Yeah, I will listen to it. I may as well. Best Film, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Best Score, Attack on Titan. Best ED, Spy Family with Comedy. Best OP, The Rumbling from Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Best Continuing Series, One Piece. I don't think that'll ever go away until it's over.
Basically.
Best New Series, Spy Family. Best Animation, Demon Slayer. Best Character Design, Demon Slayer. Best Original Anime, Like Horus Recoil.
Oh, okay.
And Anime of the Year, Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
That's such an outlier when you think of all the awards. You would think with all the awards Demon Slayer won, it would have swept Cyberpunk Anime of the Year.
Yeah, it's a Netflix anime wins a Crunchyroll Award.
Right?
I know people in our group are happy because it's Cyberpunk and not the ones we like.
Basically.
Like made
God forbid it's the socially anxious 16-year-old.
Well, Crunchyroll doesn't count the year. It's just fall to fall. So basically anything that aired in the fall did not count, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But that means we'll get Bochi next year. But people will probably forget about it because all the stuff coming out this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. Weird.
Bit unfortunate.
Alrighty.
What are you gonna do?
But yeah, to everyone that won, congratulations.
Omerito gozaimasu.
Alright, shall we get to reviews?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Pokemon. Aims to be a Pokemon master.
Pokemon.
Last week was a filler episode. It was basically a Gengar episode, so
I like Gengar.
Yeah, but I did too. But I just did it. Again, it was just a filler episode. But this one is the last Team Rocket's last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, fuck. All right. But yeah, Delibird goes to Jesse James Meow. For those that don't know who Team Rocket is, I'm sure you do. It's been 27 years. I got a message from the boss. Get the Pikachu, god damn it.
For the 1,000th fucking time.
Yes, don't fail again.
How many? That's a good trivia question. How many Team Rocket teams have gone and unsuccessfully tried to capture Pikachu throughout the series' history?
2.
I thought there would be more. You would think there would be more.
Jesse and James, and then we had Butch and Cassidy for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, hell, there are a lot of times Giovanni forgot that he hired them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, oh yeah, you guys. Like, who are they again? I hired them? Because they just fuck up so much. Like, he just forgets about it. I was like, oh, I got my own shit.
Boy, that's a name I haven't heard in forever, Giovanni.
Right. You know, people that think it's Asher's father, but... No, that they hinted that in the musical Broadway where Giovanni was dating Ash's mom, but they never made it fully canon, I guess.
So many jokes to be had.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Giovanni gives Team Rocket all their old school Pokemon, except for, Arbok and Weezing because they're in Johto. But the game's
Those are
all
two of the
there.
best ones.
Yeah, but yeah, they let them go to protect their Coffin and Ekans, like all the wild Pokemon. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
we had Cacnea, Chimecho, fucking Viper, Yamenga, all the other old school ones. They're gonna have this last big fight. They split up Ash, Misty, and Brock. They were fighting for a little bit. Ash was protecting Hey, Chris, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Always good. Who hasn't got Ash's mom? Well, yeah, well, Professor Oak, Mr. Mime. There's a few. But yeah, Ash was protecting the Slackoof that was always getting hit in the crossfire. So, of course, this makes Latias, the one that was hiding, this legendary Latias, like hiding in the background, spying on Ash, uses a sidekick, blows them all away. Team Rocket's done. A little anticlimactic fight, but fine, whatever.
Did they blast away again?
They were blasting off again. They were in the field. They were arguing a little bit. They all got up.
You know something? If this was more of an adult anime, you would think like, why didn't they get like James's like lover in there, right? James's boyfriend and the power of love will be the one to seal the deal.
I love James. Everyone loves James. He's a cool guy. It's a shame he's part of the bad guys.
He's a dork.
I know. But yeah, they were all arguing and they said it was time for a change. And they all walk separate ways. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I was kind of expecting them to be like either fired or just quit.
Well, they quit. They went their separate ways.
Yeah, but like, we don't know what's going on. I don't know it's going to be the last time we'll see them again, but I know their antics are done. I would say, hey, how about this big battle? If we win, we get the Pikachu. If you win, we just leave you forever. That's right, Chris. James is based. So, of course, Ash and the crew are happy, and before the credits roll, we see Latios' brother Latios, and he is pissed. Roll credits. So we'll get the penultimate of that next week.
2 more episodes.
Yep, and Ash is done.
Still can't believe Ash didn't turn at least 16 by now.
I know. All this time, he's like 12 or 13.
How old is Misty?
I'll say 14.
It makes sense why Brock never tried to hit it.
Hime, what is up? Why are you here again?
Where's Haru?
He's hanging out downstairs.
He never comes up?
Yes and no. Just Hime snuck her way in, and I don't think let her out right now.
Fair
But,
enough.
she wants to be the center of attention as she's trying to face the camera. I see your tail. Just don't break shit.
I don't ever let my cat like willfully on my desk. Like if I'm holding him, he'll like climb on. I'll be like, all right, yeah, you can sniff around. And I'm like, all right, enough. Slap his butt. Get down.
Pretty much. Alrighty. Bofuri came back after about 2 to 3 weeks.
Is this counting for your seasonals?
It's not, honestly, it's not going to win anything, but it is. But I'll still count it for the season. But as of right now, I don't see it winning anything.
Will it be in your top 15?
Or is it right now? No.
Wait, we do 3. It'll be top 13. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
okay.
But it will not.
Proceed.
All right. Basically, Maple and Sally, they're hanging out in their little guild. They're trying to figure out what they want to do next. Because there's no real event going on right now. They did announce, but Frederica, Sally's rival, she comes in, says, "Hey, Sally, duel me right now."
Do you right now?
Duel. Yes, he messed up. But so basically, it's like, all right. Sally's like, all right, fine, I'll fight you. We'll do this duel real quick. And she fucking squashes her in like 10 seconds. Frederica was just so happy she wanted to show off her spirit summon, but Sally's like, I'm not giving you any of that shit. So a few attacks, slice and dice. That's it. That's over. And then Frederica just looks so defeated, like, I just wanted to show you the cool monster.
Sad face.
Yeah, it was a sad face for her. But anyway,
pouty face.
yes, very. Yeah, she had a pouty face. But yeah, but she eventually showed it. It was a chicken. I forgot what she called it, but it was like a little chicken.
Did she show
chicken? No, she didn't choke the chicken. Stop it. All right, so basically now Maple and Sally like, all right, let's just go hang out around level 7. We got nothing else going right now. The 8th events soon. It did get announced. It's not active yet. It's like more like a Survivor fight based, like 1-on-1, I think. So I was like, okay, cool. So they're gonna hang out for a little bit. They Maple and Sally they hang out with a bunch of sheep. They get in the wool, and all the sheep just like run down. And now they're like rolling around in this wool. They get dizzy, and they see a glowing rock in the water. It's a crystal. They need 3 of them. They look at the stats of it. They need 3 of them to get like a secret area. So that was their adventure. They got the other 3 for various fights. Of course, Maple uses her Gundam guns from her shield. Something music related, melodic, something like that. Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, for all these fights, Sally sees that Maple's getting stronger. Because that's going to be their big fight. I don't know it's going to be this season or the next one, if there is one. They got all 3 crystals. And they go to the area. And they're summoned Syrup and Oboro. They're leading them somewhere. They're leading them to the water. Not to drown. Not to drown.
Good.
Kill every last one of them. But
very good.
But yeah, they go there and they start evolving. It's fucking Pokemon. They're evolving.
Pokemon.
But no, the turtle has a flower on its head, and what you call it? I forgot what the fox had, but it's a little
D's nuts.
Yes, exactly. It's like they got a haircut, basically. If you want to call it that, or Super Saiyan, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, right.
But not solid episode. Good to see him back. So no complaints there. All right, Blue Lock. What's it called? Isagi is definitely progressing, trying to catch up to Rin. And it gets to the point where they think, okay, there's him and Nagi are getting the advantage. And fucking Baro, or the king, he's like, all right, I had enough of this shit, basically. Again, like, stop using me in the soccer field.
Fuck it.
He basically, he showed that he's this villain.
Nah.
And he goes past Rin. Rin's getting agitated at this point. The guy that's so calm and collective. The fact that Isagi is basically messing up his game with his mind games. But Baro gets a goal. Alrighty. 3-3. The score is 3-3. And then Rin gets another goal, and it just gives Isagi this death glare. It says, what makes you think an NPC like you gets to read me like this?
Oh, that's from that meme that you posted.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Makes sense.
Like, all right, he ain't fucking around. So the score is 4-3. Bachira, he's happy because he has people like Rin Isagi that relates to this type of soccer he wants to play. And they did a thing where when Bachira had the ball, Isagi and Rin ran the other direction past him while they had the ball. And then Bachira's like, but basically he finally found people that play soccer like he wants to, and they're like past him like he's nothing to them. I was like, fuck. Damn. But yeah, that was just the end of that episode. 2 more. Honestly, I see Isagi losing again. But it's going to be a close game. Especially with Rin being number 1, I don't see him losing. but I think he'll acknowledge he's a good player. I don't know. That's I would like to, again. I would like to see a happy ending, but I don't think it's going to go that way.
Well, I can't say it's a depressing sport, but hey.
No. I got it. But he's still learning, still growing. He's evolving as these games go on. So I think he'll learn more with them. If they do pick him, they could pick Nagi for all we know. But yeah, I think they're gonna pick one of those two if they lose. But if Usagi wins, are they gonna pick Rin or they're gonna pick Bachiro? We don't know.
We don't.
So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. So
indeed,
I'm looking forward to it. But again, these games though have been very good. Like for Core 2, like they just keep progressing as episodes.
Yeah.
And I like the development and the combinations of how they do it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on. My main event, Vinland Saga, because it's always going to main event unless something beats it, which as of right now, that's not going to happen.
Probably not.
No, absolutely not. And this episode was probably the best one.
Yet.
Yes. And we got like 15 more to go.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Thorfinn, he wakes up and it's his old homeland. So he thinks everything that happened to him was a dream.
Right.
So it's like, okay, like I had this weird dream where my father died and all this. Like even though this is all fake.
Yeah.
And he sees his father Thor's like coming through the fields and all this, and Thorfinn runs up to him.
Yeah.
And Thor's is like, I smell blood. And he just looked at it like, who did you kill? And then everything around him is like this dark, gloomy, a dead body in front of Thorfinn. And Thor's is like, I gave you that sword to protect, not kill people. And he's like talking about all this, and then Thorfinn's having a mental breakdown. And Thor's is telling him, like, you don't have enemies. No one has enemies.
Right.
Yet you killed people.
Right.
And then the ground starts collapsing underneath Thorfinn as he like screaming for help type of thing. And he's like holding on for dear life, and below him is this various soldiers killing each other like the dead. And then Thorfinn's like, what is this? Like he's like, is this Valhalla? Where basically it's just death on the battlefield.
Right.
And then he's like holding on for dear life. He doesn't want to let go. He doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to go down there. He doesn't want to be a fighter. And what's going on in the reality, Einar is fighting all like 5 of these bullies that were like fucked up their farm. And he knocked out another one. He's like, I can do this all day. I'm ready to go. Let's fucking fight. And then those guys.
You got a poor connection, Matt. I don't know if you hear me, but you're like being kind of robotic. Good sir.
Were you there?
Yep, I got you now.
Okay. Because I saw the circle going on. But what you call it? The farmers, they retreated for now. Einar and Thorfinn won in the fist fight, even though Thorfinn's knocked out still. No, Einar just passes out from getting his ass kicked. We're back in his dream or his PTSD base. It's really that's really what it is. It's his PTSD. His psyche. And then he hears a familiar voice, and it's Askeladd, the guy he wanted to kill for so long. And he was talking to him, and then Thorfinn asked him if this was Valhalla. It's like your face is Valhalla now. There's just people just endlessly kill each other. They're all fighting. You see Bjorn down there, another soldier, Askeladd's only friend, basically, in this fit of rage type of thing. And he said, and the opposite of what Thor said about no one's your enemy, he says, everyone but you is your enemy, especially as a warrior. And then Thorfinn talks about how he tried to stop fighting But I knocked someone out because I fucked up my farm. Like I'm still a warrior, and I hate it. Like he talk about how he wants to perish, he wants to die, and like the visions of people I see, they won't leave me alone.
Right.
And then Haskell tells them to look down, like they're not warriors. Like they're people you killed. Like innocent men, women, children.
Mm-hmm.
People like you don't even the people you don't even know. You don't even know their names. And then Askeladd was just telling him to actually take them with you in the sense of you know what you did, but there's a way for you to live on for like your true battle within yourself. Be this true warrior. Become a real warrior. Fight your real battle up there.
Mm-hmm.
So while he was doing that, Askeladd went back down. That like again because he fights. He's a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
By all these people, then when all the dead just pulling down Thorfinn like still climbing up, like he's escaping that life. He wakes up. The sun is like glaring up in the sky. Like Thorfinn was reborn. It was just a cool visual.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he woke up, and then he sees Einar passed out on the ground. And he helps them up. They're like, oh yeah, like, we won. They ran away. That type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Einar's played it off. They were carrying each other while walking, and then Thorfinn made a vow of he just does not want to fight again. Like
Like that last.
Yeah. But or just mindlessly fight, like unless there's like a cause or
Mm-hmm.
a reason to.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't want to be a killer. He doesn't want to be seen as that. He doesn't want that life anymore.
Mm.
Then we go to the morning, and what you call it? The master of the farm. He tells the farmers that they're not going to find Thorfinn Einar because we saw that you guys did sabotage their wheat farm. There wasn't a wild boar eating everything. That you guys fucked it up.
Mm.
So they had every right to fucking punch you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So all that happened. Thorfinn is learning a little bit with the farming, with the old man, and an episode there. Beautiful stuff. I'm loving the character development. I know next week we focus on King Canute again, so I can't wait for that. We get a break from the farm again.
Mm.
Excellent stuff. And the people that say it's boring, fuck you. That's all I'm really saying.
Fair enough.
Don't crawl back when the war arc happens. Like, oh, this is great again. Like, no, it's always been great. Shut up. You don't deserve to enjoy it.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm done.
All right, here comes my fucking long ass spiels. So I'm gonna start with Fire Hunter because I can't describe Fire Hunter. I genuinely don't know how to describe Fire Hunter. It's because it's so weird, but it's still intriguing. Long story short, with Fire Hunter, the last episode, Toko and Koshi, they finally meet, and they again, I think I covered that in the last episode, right, where they finally met.
Yes.
So this week's episode, they're basically trying to get medicine. They go to the forbidden quarters of the town, and they find a tree, like this large, humongous tree. And they notice a tree person, the tree folk. He found a tree folk at the bottom of the tree, and it's holding a bird. And so they follow the tree folk down, and eventually they come to like the center of this like cavern, like underground. And some weird, like, I guess why I said I can't describe it, but it's like basically these weird tree-like characters. And we come to find out after an explanation by one of them that they're rejected tree folk. And in essence, we basically find out the tree folk were like experimented on, like they were like, I guess, humans or whatever that were experimented on. And so that's how like the best of the best tree folk get to be in the forbidden forest, basically. But there's like these duds. and they live in the Forbidden Quarter under this giant oak, and they're like pretty menacing. They have this menacing fucking like creature or something as a pet. Like it's odd. So odd. So odd. So after being told, they find out some more information about Skyfire and about Decon versus the Dark. What's up, Decon versus the Dark? How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Always welcome to.
Is he from your MMA?
No, I have no clue who he is, but
Oh, well,
love
love
the
the
show.
show. Thank you.
Hey, we love that you love the show, brother. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. We appreciate
Enjoy,
it.
enjoy your stay.
Enjoy your stay while you're here, buddy. Anyway, yeah, so they are escorted out and they come back out, and the spy from the previous episode is
Right.
waiting on them, and it's aggressive this time, trying to attack them. And Kira, I believe it's her name. Kira is the she's the other, I think she's the fire lady. Let me refresh the page because it's not refreshing. Fire Hunter.
Dum, dum.
Akira. Gomenasai. Akira. Just new here, and you guys seem very chill, cool, lovely energy, bro. We appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We hope you stay through future episodes as well. We love talking to people on here.
Yeah, bro. Love it. If Chris can comment, anybody can comment, guys. Decon's commenting.
Yeah.
You hear it first.
Hell,
Anyway.
chat amongst yourselves.
Chat amongst yourselves, Chris, Decon, have fun. Anyway, so Akira comes, they fight. She slices the spy in half, but it doesn't get rid of it. It only splits it. Now there's two spies, and they're like, well, fuck, what are we gonna do? And suddenly one of like the gods, like these like, you know, the aforementioned gods that they've talked about, that you remember that much, right?
Yeah.
So they come before it, and like there was just a weird interaction. Again, I can't describe it, but it was like a weird interaction between them. The god whisks away the spy, and
Right.
says something to them, goes away. Everybody's weirded the fuck out, right? So Akira takes basically Koshi back to his manor, and Toko wants to give him the scythe, give him Canada. And so Koshi's like, listen, keep the scythe. You're going to need it more than I will. Thank you for Canada. Thank you for this meeting. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate everything that you told me about my father saving you. You know, you took care of Canada. I appreciate it. Here is two like little vials of Skyfire. Take it in case you ever need it. And Toko's like, no, I can't take it. I can't take it. Akira's like, take it. You never know. Just take it, dude. All right. So she takes it, and Koshi and Canada walk through the gates, and Toko tried her best to stay strong, and she just, you know, cries eventually as Canada walks away. And Canada, you know, like the cute moment when you see like the little girl release the dog, or the dog goes away or gets claimed by the owner, the dog looks back like looks back, and you see Toko crying, and it's a very heartwarming scene basically as Canada's reunited with Koshi. However, I know that it's not going to last very long, because in the previous episode they had mentioned that the woman of the house, basically the main owner's wife, doesn't like animals, doesn't like the fire hunter dogs or nothing. So I can tell there's going to be some disarray and some stress probably in the next episode that's going to be airing tomorrow. So we'll see about that. But in any case, after the gates close and Koshi and Canada are inside, Akira's like, hey, climb on my back. And Toko's like, I could walk. And they're like, yeah, but I don't want you walking next to me when you're crying. They're going to think I beat you or something, which is funny. So she gave her piggyback ride. They get back to like their little like location at the edge of the town. And we find that, what's it called? She's like, where, who is it? The one girl, I forget her name now. But she is like, oh, where's Canada? And Toko starts crying again, and they hug her. And then the train guy who was assaulted and lost his eye, he finally wakes up, which is really nice. And I don't think I mentioned this in the previous episode, but before she had went out, she had told Toko that, hey, I'm gonna marry him. Like, he spent so much time trying to protect us. He lost his eye. He's not gonna be able to function because he doesn't have an eye. He's not gonna be able to raise his arm past his like shoulder length anymore. So he's like, all those times that he protected us and he helped us, I want to be there for him. So I'm gonna marry him. And Toko's like, well, you know, he'll be lucky to to have you. And again, keep in mind, this is like another civilization, guys, because I think the girl's like, what, they may be like 13, 14, something like that. And the guy's a grown ass man. But in those type of civilizations, that's okay. I mean, she was basically being sold off to be wed before everything with the accident happened. So with the collection truck. So,
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically just the Fire Hunter. Like I said, I can't describe it well because it's just so odd, but there's definitely a lot of intrigue with it, which is why I still stick with it. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's not like, oh my God, wow. So, you know, I can't say that you were wrong to drop it, Matt. It's still like solid, but you know, there's no rush.
Not to keep the interest right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Keep talking and get that cat out.
Yeah. I wanted to go over freaking what's it called? Wanted to go over Inukai next, but I'll wait because I want to do it with you. All right, so we'll go with Reborn to Master the Blade. Reborn to Master the Blade this week was pretty solid as a whole. If I can pull it up because I've been so long since I wore it, or since I've seen it rather. The episode basically picks up from the last episode where we get the Magicite Beast basically about to, like, it already busted the office, the principal office, and it's gonna basically shoot its laser beam. Like, this is a high level Magicite Beast, and so of course English is OP as fuck and shoulder tackles the fucking shit out of it. Like, shoulder tackles this beast, the beast goes flying in the fucking air, and it's like, what the fuck? And they're like, wow, you're so strong, da da da. But as it's coming down, we see Yua walking the path, and they're like, oh, you all watch out, like the Magicite Beat's gonna come land on you. And she basically karate chops the shit out of it. She's like, chop, splits it in half with just chopping her hand in the air. That's how fucking powerful that woman is, that girl is. So that's pretty fucking wild. And so basically the episode continues as they are basically trying to, like, you know, kind of gather themselves. And so it splits off into about 2 weeks later. The girls are all taking a bath together, and Inglis is lamenting basically about how, like, she hasn't fought any Magicite beasts since that event, and she's bored and whatever. And she notices Yuha's in the bath with them, and she's like, hey, I want to fight you. Yuha's like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, well, how did you do the chop at least? And as she says this, Yuha looks down at her boobs and was like, I'll tell you how I did the chop if you tell me something. And she's like, anything, let me know. She's like, how'd you get your boobs so big? And she's like, I was just born with them. And then a conversation about boobs happened with all the girls. And so that was this week's fan service. We move on. So the episode continues. Basically, Rani and Inglis, they get up the bath. They're, you know, drying themselves, walking back to the dorm room. And the principal asks for Rani. So Rani and Inglis go to the room. And Rani is presented a new artifact. And it was made by Theodore, which is the aristocrat who likes Rani, but Inglis doesn't like him because, like, oh, he doesn't want her to take her away. You know, typical girl jealousy or whatever. Typical teenage girl jealousy, I should say. Anyway, the artifact is basically like similar to her powers, where she does like the magical bow. But the artifact itself has a second power, which is a healing power, which of course goes into effect immediately. As they're discussing, there's a giant explosion in the on campus. Everybody rushes to the explosion, find out that that Ripple had another Magicite beast come out of her, and they defeated it, destroyed some shit. But the main guy, I think I had mentioned this a couple weeks ago, like there was a dick senpai, like he's just a piece of shit. His name is Penis Wrinkle McGee. No, what is his name? Silva. So Silva is critically wounded in this. And so Ronnie, they're like, get him to the hospital. And Ronnie's like, no, let me try the healing power. So she tries the healing power and she heals him a little bit, but she doesn't have enough mana for it to like heal all the way. So Inglis, of course, she's OP, converts her Aether to mana, puts her hand on her shoulder, gives her more mana, and completely heals her. The following day, like everybody has a conversation and there's a bunch of apologies and, you know, cutesy making up shit and whatnot about the events that happened. And that's that. The episode ends pretty well, though. Leon and Lisanette basically are walking the city streets at night when it's raining, when all of a sudden one of the lightning tiger beasts that we saw in the previous episode appears before them. That is Leon's brother Leon. His artifact is to create these magical dragon, or the lightning tigers. So basically they follow it underground and they see her brother, and then her brother is also flanked with 2 other members of the Bloodborne Brigade. And so the episode ends with the Bloodborne Brigade basically confronting the 2 girls to do what? We don't know yet. We'll find out tomorrow. Or sorry, we'll find out Monday. That's a Monday episode.
Right.
So that was solid. Moving on, Inukai-san. I waited because I wanted you to be here. I wanted you to be here. What did I cover last time? No, I didn't cover last week's episode of Inukai because I hadn't seen it at the time. I think, right? Don't think I had.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I did with the glue. She's running, trips over. Yeah, I did cover that. Okay, so the episode continues. Basically, the episode ends, as I had mentioned last week, with Nekotani basically saying like, "Hey, like you're way smarter than the average dog. Like, could you possibly be human?" So, and of course, Pochita's like, "No, don't find out. I'm gonna be fucked. I've been perving, and I didn't mean to perv, but I'm like a human perving on them, you know." And then all of a sudden, there's a bunch of dogs. Nekotani still smells like hot dog, so they chase after her. Pochita's like, let me get the dogs off her tail. I got an idea. Let's get her into the pool. So she basically nibbles on her ear and she's like, oh, and she's running and she's like running for dear fucking life. And she, Chris had said something about Fire Hunter. Chris said, Fire Hunter still boggles me. It boggles me too, dude. But there's an air of intrigue. That's why I stick around. It's not the worst by any means. It doesn't insult my intelligence. It doesn't make me feel bland. It's just hard to follow. But there's intrigue and there's pieces of it that are worthwhile. Anyway, moving back to Inukai-san. Nibbles the ear. She's running. Oh my God. Keep in mind, she's still in her panties. She's running across the school hallway in her panties. She ends up going into the pool, takes the dive in the pool, and the dogs no longer smell the hot dog because now she smells like chlorine. The dogs go away. Meanwhile, of course, her fucking bra. I don't know how you take a dive in the pool and your bra comes up where you see nipples. But
well, you know,
of course, because anime, right?
Yes.
So of course that fucking happens. But regardless, Nekotani's thankful for the dog. And then we see Karen come, and Karen is like pissed off, like, "Oh, you put Pochita wet. Like, why would you jump in the pool? Like, you don't make no sense." But basically, the episode ends pretty wholesomely because, well, not let me phrase that. That part ends wholesomely because Karen basically starts showing empathy towards Nekotani, and she's lightening up because of Pochita. You know, like she dries her hair, she puts her hair in a pigtail, is caring for her, telling her, "Hey, get out your wet clothes because you know you're gonna get a cold. Dry your hair, you know, wipe yourself down." And of course, they make it all sexual, but it's still the principle of Karen being more like open and warm to her friend Nekotani. And the episode continues. They talk about the little rings that she was making earlier before everything with the glue happened. And Pochita, like, she's kind of like down about it. And Pochita's like, I got an idea. So he goes back to the classroom, dips his paw in paint, and starts pawing the chain links. So there's a paw print on each one for the dog cafe. And what's it called? The episode basically kind of ends with Karen basically saying like, "Oh, don't worry," you know, she wanted to present what she did, and the girl's like, "No, don't worry about it," because they're all scared of Karen. But Pochita like basically barks and it startles Karen. She drops the chain link, and the girls see the chain link with the paw prints. They're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! This is amazing!" And we basically find out it's not that Karen is cold and heartless and a bitch. It's that she's socially awkward and she doesn't know how to approach people because she has that cold demeanor. So basically Pochita is helping her kind of break out of her shell when it comes to interacting with other humans, other girls. And that's a wonderful thing. The episode officially ends though with our what's it called? The senpai lover who masturbated on the desk, whose name I'm forgetting now. Usagi. Usagi comes in and she's wearing a bunny girl outfit. And she challenges Karen to another battle. She's like, and she realizes, like, you know, that's senpai. She realizes Pochita is senpai, but of course, Pochita can't say anything about it. She just knows it's senpai. And of course, they have her like in her bunny girl outfit, straddling Pochita, like, "Hi, senpai." And she's like, they start talking about how senpai's a perv, loves pervy shit. And Karen's like, "Yeah, my dog's a pervert. He likes going up girls' skirts and looking at big boobs. Yep, he's a pervert." So Usagi's like, "Hey, how about another challenge? If my class raises the most money compared to your class, I get to do whatever I want to senpai for a whole day." And Karen's like, "Okay. And if I win, you never see him or talk about him or come up to us about him again." Okay, deal's on. That's how the episode ends.
All right.
So amongst the perviness is an actual story about, you know, opening up. And again, there's little pieces of it. It's not the worst ecchi that there is. It's not the worst ecchi.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Moving on. Mononogatari. Solid episode this week of, of Mononogatari. The episode starts off with basically a battle that's gonna happen. I gotta get the name, which I don't even think I wrote that in my description when I said the name. Give me a second to see. Mononogatari. I don't know if I wrote the fucking name for this. Let me see.
While you're doing that, congrats to Rey Mysterio for being inducted into the Hall of Fame officially.
Damn, he's gonna retire?
I don't know.
I mean, Edge hasn't technically retired again, but still.
Well, that was forced, but now he's fine.
Sumembi, that's what it is. Okay, so the episode starts off with Botan basically succeeding in getting Hyoma to call her by her name, and we see like the little like montage of like and like basically trying to say her name, Botan. And so we see basically what's her face? What's her dick? You gets pissed off that she's not saying Botan-san.
I get pissed off, huh?
Yeah, she's getting pissed off. She's like, oh, he's not even calling you Botan-san. Like, how are you guys so close? Blah, 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 blah. And Botan's like, dude, it's not a big deal. Like, you guys don't say san. Like, he doesn't say san to you guys. Like, it's all good, right? No problem, right? And so as they're going to go out, basically you and Botan are going on, you and Hyoma are going on a mission. And Botan tells him, like, listen, you know, be safe out there. And I don't want to see you come back with cuts and bruises. So she's being like, really like, you know, kind of motherly in that aspect, or perhaps like a doting girlfriend. Like, hey, I don't want to keep having to patch you up because you every time you come home you're busted up, so try not to come home busted up this time. Okay, spoiler alert, he gets busted up in this episode, so that doesn't work out. Anyway, so you and Hyoma go out and they head to like this random location, and we find out basically that there's going to be a battle that goes on with the Sumembi, and the Sumembi are basically like an evil group of Tsukumogami, and they're human killers. And basically the local chapter in Kyoto of the Sainome had tried to put them down, but they let some of the people live, and they've just been surveilling them. But they are kind of what's it called? They're kind of just like trying to figure out what's going on, but they're going to make their move basically because of everything with Hyoma and Botan. So as they get there, they find Aogi and what's his face? I don't know his fucking name. Where is what the fuck is his name? Kuchiki. There we go. Aogi and Kuchiki are there, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, oh, we're just here to guide you to your battle. And then Tsubaki, which is basically the girl from the previous episode that didn't partake in the Sainome attacking him, she comes over, tackles him, straddles him, like all flirty, and we find out basically you and Tsubaki are friends. And they go out to like, you know, get coffee or whatever. And you was like, oh, well, I'm surprised you know him. And again, he doesn't realize that that she knew his older brother and sister before he passed. So she's trying to figure him out basically, and trying to like be flirty with him in the process. Like, oh, how come you didn't call me? Like, you know, I was waiting to talk about them, whatever. And so basically the battle comes on. And the thing about the Sumembi is that, you know how I think I had maybe described this, but the Tsukumogami basically are spirits that take over, that manifest within physical objects in the human world. Like we had mentioned that the 5 Tsukumogami that live with Botan are basically items from a wedding, right? Different wedding gifts. So these Sumembi, their physical manifestations are objects of torture and killing, right? So that's how they manifested. So there are some dark motherfuckers, basically. And so the battle basically happens between the 5 of them. It's a pretty decent battle, all things considered. And basically you and Hyoma deal the final blow to the main guy. Like, it was actually pretty wicked. Like, this dude, like, she basically took a house, cut the house in half, launched that half of the house, smacked the fucking guy, like, against the house. And then Hyoma took his, like, little eraser, like, little, like, things, erased him out the planet, and as he's about to collide with the house, he basically busts through the house, does a bunch of like parkour inside of a flying fucking house, and then busts out the fucking other side of the house as the house crashes. Like, I was actually pretty fucking cool looking at that. And the episode ends with them basically yelling at each other, like, you know, because what had happened was you wanted Hyoma to leave. Like, listen, like, you know, Botan.
You're right, I did.
No, like, she gave him like a wink, and the wink was supposed to be, dude, you're injured. Botan doesn't want to see you all fucked up. Leave. And Hyoma took it like, hey, I'm gonna do this move. You follow up with your move on my move. And he's like, great plan. And so he does it. And Yu was like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not what I asked. That's not what I told you. And he's like, what do you mean? I saw your wink. That means to follow your lead. So I followed your lead, and we were able to defeat him. That's not what the fuck I wanted. And they basically start arguing the rest of the fucking way. But Tsubaki is basically observing Hyoma, and she basically says, like, I've been waiting for him, like my guardian, like you're gonna be the one to take on the paper umbrella monster, basically. And based off of that, it's pretty certain that that's gonna be the monster that killed his brother and sister. So I think that'll be interesting if they get to that in like by the end of the season, or if they want to extend it to a season 2. I think personally this could probably go to a season 2, if A, for that fight, and B, as they continue to develop the feelings with Botan and Hyoma, because there is that love story that's built in, despite the fact that the main thing is basically him trying to gain humanity while trying to avenge his family from these evil Tsukumagami. So there's intrigue in that, dude. Like, this is one of the ones, like, if it wasn't for, because you're not watching Revenger, and I would say pick up Revenger first, but if it wasn't for that, I would definitely say pick up Mononogatari, because you get the love story and you get like the cool shit with the little monsters.
If I do binge one before the season, it's probably Onimai, that I'm Now Your Sister one. So it's one of those I gotta know.
Did you see the video I put?
Yes. That's like, you know what? I might. You know what? Why not?
Let him sell you. Let Starman sell you on that come the end.
We'll see if he sells me. I've got to figure out when to do the seasonal award, because some of them are going to end like middle of April.
Well, the season starts at the beginning of April, so if you want,
we'll figure it out. We can just do.
You're going to also be out that you're going to be out the second to last week, and that Friday.
Weeks,
you're going to be out for 2 weeks.
We're recording next week. Then we're taking a week off, and I'll be back for the next.
Yeah, which is the final week. I'm looking at the calendar.
Yeah, so everything should be ready by then, or most of it.
It's Friday the 31st, so we have to do it basically on Friday the 31st, and that'll have to be one of those like long sessions, honestly.
A 2-parter.
Yeah, that'll have to. Actually, you know something? Fuck. Son of a bitch. I have a birthday dinner I have to go to on the 31st. And WrestleMania is on that Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, so we'll have to basically go into April, and then we'll probably take like another 2-week break or something along those lines.
Yeah, for everything to air.
Carlina, just so you know, I'm fucking skipping my end of the year podcast, my favorite podcast, for your fucking birthday dinner. That steak better be fucking orgasmic. We're going to like this expensive steakhouse in Disney Springs, supposedly. That steak better make me fucking jizz in my pants. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we will find out.
I will come back with the evidence. Like, up, you see the crust? It's jizz, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. I will not do that.
Oh my god, stop it.
I will not do that. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on to Revengers, which I just literally saw right before the show. Episode 10 of Revengers was pretty solid. We get the episode starts off with Usui, and it focuses heavily on Usui and Soji in particular. Usui is basically talking to the pajama police guy in Chinatown, and they're playing darts, and they're basically going over all the facts that are surrounding the trade union boss, which I found out his name finally. His name is Simon, right? Saijima Simon, or something along those lines. His name is Simon. It's like Simon. And so basically they know that it's Simon that has everything going on. And again, during the last battle, as I had mentioned, they had pinned the attack and all of the stuff on the Revengers. So basically there's like a bounty on the Revengers. Gotta kill them. So there's that aspect of it. The episode starts off with Soji almost getting assassinated. It was a failed assassination attempt. He's like, fuck, I got to get out of here. I don't want to endanger anybody in the apartment complex. So he basically takes refuge at Teppa's place along with Neo, and he's just there kind of chilling. The episode continues on with Usui being invited over to Simon's palace along with other like art curators and art connoisseurs talking about a particular piece of art. And basically Usui uses the opportunity to try and engage Simon and like try and like, you know, kind of press him on a couple things without pressing him or without leading on to anything. And he basically is able to try and like pull out some of his like evil and dark and twisted tendencies through casual dialogue that like none of the other art connoisseurs are really picking up on. So you can basically tell how twisted this fucking guy is. From there, we get a scene with Raizo talking about like his future with, you know, being a painter, etc. But that comes out of that. But basically, the episode really focuses in on two things. It focuses in on Usui. From there, going over to the chapel to talk about what's going on. People are just going to start dropping Revengers. I'm just not. Oh, people are going to start dropping in Revengers. I'm not sure who. Yeah, dude, you're right. Yeah, people are going to fucking probably drop, especially in the coming days. But I mean, there's only what 3 episodes more to go.
Yep.
No, 2 more, 11 and 12. Anyway, yeah. So Usui talks to the chapel and tells him, like, you know, this coin, this giant coin, this Oban coin from the ancestors was not bit. And the chapel guy's like, can't you feel their hate? And he's like, no, like there's supposed to be something bitten. Like, and on top of that, the guy that you told me to kill wasn't supposed to die. Like he was sent to get rid of the opium, not to fucking spread it all over Nagasaki. Like there's definitely something going on. And the chapel is basically saying, like, we've told you in the past, you know, meddling and snooping around won't lead to good things. So clearly, of course, they know, and he knows something's up. And he presents the chapel with a bitten coin, and it's the bitten coin from Lu. And basically, like with his last strength, he bit this coin, and this revenge is for everyone that killed that, for his killers, for those who killed his men, for those who spread opium across the land and who caused harm to his family with the opium with his sister. And we plan to carry this out. And the what's it called? The chapel guy, as Usui's leaving, he basically starts praying and he said something that thy shall come or some shit like that, basically saying like the war is kind of coming.
Right.
The episode continues with Soji. Soji's pissed off and worried about Usui, but he can't do anything. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the gambling parlor. So he goes to the gambling parlor, and it's a ruckus. There's a large ruckus going on. He's like, oh man, it's lively today. And he goes, yeah, there's a hot woman basically throwing bones, like throwing the dice for people, right? Doing the bets. And he looks at the hot woman after he sits down, and it's the woman from the chapel, the evil woman that was basically working with Simon. And he's there, and she's there basically. So he sits down, he starts placing bets, and he goes on a massive streak. He wins big money. He wins. And he's like, when he notices that the other people are going based off his bets, he's like, fuck you guys, I'm out. You guys are just trying to ride my coattails and my bets because I'm so hot. So he gets his money, he dips, and as he's walking, he's still flustered. He's like, I can't believe the fucking chapel lady's done over there throwing bones. What the fuck is going on? And then you hear her voice, like she's like, you were on a good streak, why'd you leave? And she goes, why? And they start having a dialogue. And then Soji goes for his weapon, like the little like fucking dice, the sharp dice, or not dice, like what are they? Similar to the fucking game that's called Bones, dominoes, like his sharp dominoes. And he basically goes for it, but he doesn't have them. Find out she pickpocketed him for that somehow, some way earlier. And they go on a wild goose chase, and they end up in front of a shrine, and the woman confronts him like, why is he harboring Raizo, right? Why is Usui harboring Raizo? And Soji's like, I don't know. Like, you know, he was supposed to die. Why didn't he kill him? He's like, I don't know. He just, you know, he kept them, right? And she's like, I want you to what's it called? To find out and let us know. And he's like, you want me to snitch on my boss and my roommate? And they're like, well, we paid you already. Talking about his massive streak with the winnings in the thing. And he's like, fuck my life. And that's how basically the episode ends. He didn't literally say fuck my life, but he's just pissed off as he gets his dice back. She threw the fucking like dice at him or whatever, or the dominoes, just threw it at him, and he's all pissed off and shit. But like Chris said, motherfuckers are gonna drop as we're getting to the penultimate episode and the finale coming up.
Yep.
So There's that. What else do I have left? Boruto and Reincarnation. Okay, cool. Reincarnation of the Strongest Exorcist.
Yep.
It's fine for what it is, honestly. The episode kind of picks up with let me take a sip real quick. Sippy sip. The episode picks up with Aoife. Aoife is going to let me see, is this the fight? Oh, where's the fight? I thought the fight was on tonight. Oh, it must be 10 o'clock. That's what it is. Okay. Sorry, I want to fight in my background. Anyway, starts off with Aoife and the elf like attendant to the prince talking, and they're like, hey, you know, the harem isn't what you think it is, right? When you think of harem, what do you think?
Dating multiple people.
Dating multiple people, sexual shit, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, the harem isn't what you think. Come see the harem. So they go to the harem. It's in a whole different building on the royal palace, and we basically find out it's kind of like an all girls school. And she proceeds to explain that like many of the girls in the harem, they go on to politics and stuff. So this is basically kind of like a politics school for them, where they prep to become leaders. And you know, they start talking more about the prince, about how he like genuinely loves her and shit. And he basically just trying to get her to join the harem. Eventually, they bring her in front of the prince. And basically, the prince's like advisors are like, just force her to do it. Here's the money, force her to do it. And Eva's like, no, I don't want to do this shit. No, I don't want to do this shit. And they basically they're trying to coerce her physically into doing it. And she doesn't want to do it. Meanwhile, while this is happening, while she's going through the harem and she's getting forced into it, what's his dick? Seika goes up to the mountain. Seika basically faces the dragon and fights the dragon briefly and is able to easily submit it. And we find out that the dragon, which is a male dragon, laid an egg. Male dragon can't lay an egg. It's a female dragon. And so he got his little ferret spirit on his head. They're like, how did a male dragon, you know, lay an egg, basically? And they proceed to say that that dragons, I guess they're classifying dragons as lizards. Like there's certain animals that can change their sexes and don't need to have sex in order to produce. So they're basically saying that's what the dragon did. After the dragon wife died, he turned himself from a man into a woman, laid his own egg without having sex, and there it is. So basically, Seika does what he can to like try and help hatch the egg, help cultivate the egg, because the egg is like upside down. The dragon couldn't figure it out. Eventually, he and the dragon become cool. And basically, as Aoife's being about to sign this contract that says that she's no longer a slave and she's joining the princess harem, we see Seika come in, riding the dragon's back, and was like, hey, I need somebody to help cultivate this egg with the dragon. Aoife, come with me. And he's completely oblivious to what's going on, right? And he basically saves her. They go to the mountaintop. She helps with the egg, and then they're ambushed by the mercenaries. We find out the mercenaries are pieces of shit and basically lied to the prince and knew all along what was going on, and they wanted basically the dragon egg. And so there's a fight that happens between them. Aoife and Seika easily defeat them all. No problems. They make up, everybody's good. And so then they return back to the castle. They talk to the prince and they're like, listen, prince, like, you know, the dragon isn't pissed off at people. The dragon just has a baby, wants to, you know, help the baby. He's like, listen, I would want you to help the dragon. You can be like the legend, because the legend basically says that the queen birthed the dragon. They're like, how the fuck did the queen birth the dragon? No, the queen helped birth the dragon by helping the dragon support and cultivate its egg for hatching. And so the guy's like, no, I don't want to do that. Just kill the fucking dragon. No problem. Just please kill the dragon. And Seika's like, no, I don't want to fucking do that. And they get into like this fucking battle. Like they get into like this like argument over A, the dragon, and then B, Aoife. And then eventually Aoife's like, no, enough. Like she stops it. And they're like, all right, well, let's listen to what Aoife says. Aoife politely declines the harem. And, you know, and them having another conversation basically. And there's apologies and whatnot. Like all's well that ends well type shit. And the attendant, the elf attendant's like, hey, I want to speak to Aoife alone. Nothing crazy or shady. Just I want to talk to her alone. And she's like, hey, you love Seika, don't you? And Aoife's like, me? You know, Tsunade as fuck. Like, no. Tsunade as fuck. And she's like, I can tell you love the boy. I understand, no problem. She's like, hey, as a parting gift, because you're an elf and you have spirits, I'm gonna basically give you some of my spirits, and does like this little like hand imprint, and she gets light spirits, and they mentioned light spirits are very rare in that world, so you should be able to wield these, and this is like my gift to you. So that was cool, and the episode ends with them in carriage going back to the school, and they're talking about marriage and their ideal partner, and it's just typical like boy girl shit. And again, Seika is continuously oblivious to Aoife's advances and her feelings, so he's just dumb, doesn't give a fuck about love, or is just retarded, doesn't understand it. But there's an after credit, and the after credit shows basically the villains that Seika and company are going to be facing in the final 3 episodes of the season, and they are bad motherfuckers. They are great. They're really fucking good. Like, they're just fucking merciless fucking killers. Like, it's crazy, right? And so as they basically kill these people, the Seika kind of like senses something as he's walking with the girls back to the dorm, and the girls are like, hey Seika, are you good? And he goes, yeah, there's no problems at all. No problems. Foreshadowing that he's gonna just mop the floor with these motherfuckers. And basically the evil people are after the hero. They want to kill the hero, which is what's her face? I forget her name. Something with an A. Let me look, so I don't let you guys down.
Give me an A.
Amayu. Okay, and then finally Boruto. This week's Boruto was actually again pretty good. With, like, as we've been saying, this whole arc has been stellar. The episode starts off with Boruto and Kawaki are just kind of like, they're kind of there in essence, and they're being spied on, and Boruto's getting pissed off, like, oh, like, this is so dumb, like, like the guys are just like, it just looks like they're spying, they're not actually being like bodyguards or anything like that. And they start talking about, I think it was Inojin starts talking about their like disappearing chakra. They're like, well, you guys can't mask your chakra anyway, so they'll be able to pick up on it. And there's a fun fact that Osutsuki, as long, they should be able to by naturally mask their chakra. So Kawaki's like, and he like hatches a plan to basically mask his chakra, and he succeeds. And because of that, he's able to escape. And basically the whole village is like on alert, like, Kawaki escaped, what's going on? No one can find his chakra signature except Boruto, because again, Osutsuki. So Boruto's like, no, I know where he's at, and he just runs after him basically, right? And so Kawaki uses himself as kind of like a distraction, goes into the forest, and his whole point was to find Code. He found Code.
Right.
Code and him start fighting. Code beats the dog shit out of Kawaki, and basically he was going to take her back to the lair so that way Ida could see Kawaki, right? And so then Boruto comes in the nick of time, right as he's about to go in this time warp, fucking kicks fucking Code in the face, and him and Kawaki start having like an argument back and forth. And he's like, listen, I get that you want to save Naruto, but I'm going to make the choice to save your dumbass. And so, Ida's seeing this, and Ida's like, oh my God, like, she's so like, Boruto, wow, you're so cool. Like, you're hot, dude. Like, she has the hots now for Boruto because of how cool he is. And again, he's an Osutsuki himself now, basically 80%. So yet again, a little bit of a battle basically back and forth. And so the episode ends with Boruto basically using his karma, and he's going to battle fucking Code. And spoiler alert, based off the manga, he gets his ass kicked. So we're going to see Boruto get his ass kicked in the next episode on Sunday. But it was really solid.
Yep, in a couple more weeks, it'll be over.
And it'll be over. Until you said 4-month hiatus, you said, Matt?
I think it's just basically a whole season.
Basically spring, right? They're going to take the spring off.
Yeah, it could be longer, but I think as of right now, it's just a season off.
It's going to be so weird to not watch Boruto. Like, ever since I finished Shippuden, I've been watching Boruto, and I binged Boruto up until I think it was like episode like 70 something is when I like caught up to it. And I've been watching since like episode 70 something on after I binged it. And it's been like a part of my daily like routine, which now begs the question, Matt, if this is ending, right? Yeah. Do I get to count this for awards for the first time ever?
Yeah.
I get to count Boruto for the first time ever for awards.
Yeah, you can.
That's so wild. I don't know what's gonna win, but
You could add it to your year.
I always add it to my year, whether I,
Right, that's
on there or
true.
not.
That's
It's
true.
like Angel's bitching, like you didn't have Cyberpunk, but you had to fucking Boruto, and I was like, I didn't watch Cyberpunk because I'm not into like video game stuff like that. But Nier has got me, I guess, a little bit more open to the prospect of that. So I will watch Cyberpunk at some point for sure.
We're open. We're broadening out your horizons.
And I still need to binge Ragnarok. You know, how long are the episodes of Ragnarok?
20 minutes. I already seen the one fight. I'm done.
I'm gonna watch the whole thing just because it's shorter. 20 minutes is fine. And
Yeah, it's just
like 15, 16 minutes.
yeah. Basically, first fight they handled it fine, but they went back to the slideshow shit. I was like, okay.
So here's my option. I'm gonna before we move on to our continuals, let me ask you because we're gonna be done hopefully by I'd say 11 o'clock. We'll hope, right?
Yeah.
Knock on wood. We'll be done by 11 o'clock Eastern time. It's Friday. I have time. I binged 8 episodes of Attack on Titan season 2 after our show last week, right? And I have to watch Mandalorian, so I think I'm gonna watch Mandalorian first. But after Mandalorian, do I finish the last 4 episodes of season 2 of Attack on Titan, or do I say fucking and watch Ragnarok? Is it even worth me going back at this stage to watch Ragnarok before the end of the season, or no?
No.
It's not worth it for me to watch it before seasonals.
At this point, it's just they didn't learn. They didn't learn.
Okay.
I'm disappointed. I'm very fucking disappointed.
So you're telling me basically to go and finish season 2 of Attack on Titan?
Yes.
There's season 3. Is there a season 4 of Attack on Titan? Do you know offhand? I had asked the guys this. No one answered me.
I think there's a 3, then a 4, then the final season.
It's a 3, 4, and then the final season's part 1 through 89.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I believe it's that, yes.
Because I went back and I looked at the count. The episode count, excluding the OADs, are 87, and then the special. So 88 episodes. I'm on episode 34. So I have another 50-something episodes to catch up.
You'll get there.
Matt, the right answer is to read Ragnarok. I don't read, honestly.
Starman and Marte are the ones that read the manga.
Yeah,
and, Angel a bit.
I don't read mangas. Like the only thing I read, I genuinely read them are the Korean hentais because they actually have plot lines and shit to them. It's not just random sex. Like you'll get like chapters and chapters and chapters of the same series. So that's the only ones that I read is the Korean hentais.
But long story short, Ragnarok is not worth watching.
All right, so I will.
Guys, whoever's listening, just read it instead. Don't waste your time.
So I will watch Mandalorian. Or you don't watch Mandalorian? Do you watch Mandalorian?
I watch Mandalorian.
Do you want to cover Mandalorian since it's
I didn't watch the season yet.
You haven't watched the season yet?
Not yet. I got a chance.
Would you like to cover Mandalorian on the show? As like a
if there is time during this recording.
We should start off the season, like start off the episode. Each episode is covering Mandalorian because it's a mutual show that we both watch.
We'll think about it.
Something to ponder.
We'll think about it. Are we going to cover WrestleMania too?
We could.
Yeah, we just can't have the number 1 WWE fan.
Yeah, we can't have the number 1 WWE fan. We could go over. We already went over a little bit of Wrestle Kingdom on the show. We went over a little bit of Noah, right? The Final Bye Bye. No, we didn't go over Final Bye Bye.
No, we didn't. I wasn't.
I never watched it. I never got a chance to watch it because it never got on free. I was hoping it would be on Wrestle Universe. It never was. But we did cover Muda and Nakamura as well as Muda and I'm sorry, not Muda, Keno and Kiyomiya. So covered a little bit. We could cover a little bit of WrestleMania if you want.
Yeah, we'll see.
You doing anything special for WrestleMania?
Yeah, why not? Let's do We'll do a special WrestleMania episode.
Are you doing anything special for Mania?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm going to have a grill out at one of my friend's house on Saturday.
Yeah, well, I have no one that lives here except my neighbor, but I'll probably make something. I'll make something.
Yeah, so I'm having a grill out on that Saturday of Mania, and then the Sunday for Mania, we're having pizza and fucking beer pong apparently at my house.
Nice.
Nicey.
All right, shall we get to our second half of the show, which is the seasonals?
Yeah, I spent literally about 5 minutes just talking about random shit right there.
Yeah, alrighty. All right, let's get to it. Play it cool, guys.
Another wholesome episode.
It's another Soma focused episode. He has summer homework.
Not Soma. Soma doesn't have homework. That's Hayate.
Sorry. I thought Hayate was the one helping him.
No, that's
Or we're talking about Shun. We're talking about Shun.
Shun. Yeah,
Shun has homework. Sorry.
Shun has homework. Sorry, and Hayate's helping him.
Yeah. Soma is doing CD designs
and cover designs for the little baggies for
Yes.
the cookies for the shop.
That's right. So basically, Shun needs help with he needs a book report for the summer thing. And then Hayate recommends, hey, why not do Igarashi's book because you've seen the movie?
Yeah.
And he's like, is that allowed? Type of thing. But he's like, write it for me.
No, he not quite, because he's like, do Igarashi's book, and he's like, awesome, I'll do a movie review. And they're like,
You're
well,
like,
the
no.
movie
It's a lot different
greatly from the book, so you'll be spotted immediately.
But it's just more if he doesn't want to read.
He doesn't want to read.
And
so
then,
he's like, I got an idea. I'll just ask the source. So he texts.
Before that, Asami was like talking like, oh, how Shun used to be.
Yeah.
Like a little like he doesn't like when parents praise him and all this.
Yeah.
Like I don't treat him like a kid, basically.
Yep.
Like I don't want
cute. Don't call me cute.
I don't want candles on my birthday.
I don't want candles on my birthday, and he sticks the candles fucking backwards like an idiot.
It was on purpose.
I did it on purpose. Yep.
Oh,
Sure.
What the fuck, man? I closed the door. She's back.
I'm back.
Yep. It's like you thought you could get rid of me.
You thought I was gone, but it's me, Hime.
Yep. Exactly. Now Shun does the whole. I'll go ask the source himself.
Yep.
Then Hayate's like, don't bother him. He's a busy man. And he's just like, yeah, I'll come over. He gotta like I was busy, but it's cool. And then fucking Shun's like, hey, I need your help with this book. Like, write it for me. He's like, I have an idea.
Gives him a book.
Yep.
Like,
read it.
I might help you. He's like, he's like, I'm not that nice to help you with your homework. But
Yes.
hey, when you're done with your homework, give it to me and I'll read it because I'm interested in what you think. Yeah, and then he's like, I don't want to read. And he's reading the fucking book backwards. And he's like, I can read it backwards. Sure.
Yeah, like I can read it upside down.
Sure.
But Soma was done with his thing, and he sees a poster for the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back to the cafe. The gang's all there, and it ends with them like inviting, hey, we should all do the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that'll be the finale or just the next episode.
Probably be the next episode. I think it'll probably have like they're still in summer, right?
Yes.
No, I could see the festival being the finale. You're right.
You never know. It's one of those.
Yeah.
But no, still a nice sweet episode.
Yeah.
Cool series.
Love it.
Angel wants your Showtime account.
Yeah. So.
All right, let's go with Tomo. Let's start with Tomo this time.
Yeah, this wasn't as good of an episode, honestly.
I liked the second half more than the first half.
Yeah.
Mostly because we got little details of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like with Misuzu's thing, June's shenanigans.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that as we're going to talk about it. First half, it's basically a school race.
Yep. And
Tomo and June make a bet.
Yep.
Winner pays drinks for a week.
Yep.
That's fine. It's high school shit.
Yep.
The gun gets shot. They're off. Everyone is running except for Misuzu and Carol.
And the teacher is like, at least run to start. All right.
Yep. Misuzu doesn't want to run, and Carol's just keeping her company.
Yep.
But surprise to nobody, Tomo and June, they're like miles ahead of everyone else, the classmates.
Yep. They're so fast, they are able to catch up to a fucking riding moped.
I was going to get to that bit. That didn't happen right away yet. But Then fucking Misaki, he starts getting confidence. The guys from Track are behind him. He's like, dude, you're doing pretty good. That type of thing. He's got confidence. He's happy. Like, let's go. Let's fucking go. And then they all just bolt past him. And he's like, I still got a long way to go.
He's like, I got a long way to catch up.
Yeah, pretty much. And then and now we have the moped while Carol and Misuzu are like down there walking, like, wait, what the fuck, this bullshit? But they're teachers, they're not gonna run with them.
Yep.
And then June and Tom are like, hell no. So they start running after the fucking mopeds. And while that happened, they're about to. It's starting to wind down. They're getting a little bit tired. They see the girls stop point where they turn around. Theirs is before the guys.
I couldn't find "See You" and the girls in your Apple Music.
What the?
But Tomo's basically running with June. He's like, fuck that one. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna join you. Like, you want to beat me? Go ahead. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
And then they run. They're starting to run back.
Yeah.
And Tomo collapses.
Yep.
She's been running basically with a fever.
Yep.
And June helps her up.
She overtrained. It's because she overtrained.
Yeah.
She like ran for like fucking. I think she ran for like 5 hours the night before.
Yeah, 4 to 5 hours. So she took a bath and she passed out on the bathroom floor naked.
Yep.
Didn't dry up or anything. So yeah, all that water and all that. So yeah, June basically carried her basically directly all the way for the race. He finished the race while Tomo was on his back.
He finished first place with a whole ass woman on his back.
Yep, no one caught up.
Yep.
And then hold on. I gotta kick cats out. Give me 1 second.
God damn it. I'll pick up from where you're at.
Yeah, pick up from the nurse's office.
I'll pick up from the nurse's office. Yeah. So basically, on the way, basically being carried, Tomo passes out in June's back. Tomo wakes up several hours later. She's in the nurse's office, and she has Carol sleeping next to her, and Mizuzu holding her hand, and was like, "Oh, you passed out. You've been out for a few hours. June should be here." And June shows up. He's like, "Hey, I got you some water. Got you some refreshments. How do you feel? You feel better?" And Carol and Mizuzu leave, and Mizuzu basically whispers to Tomo's ear, like, "Hey, you're hardly ever sick. You should take advantage of this." So June and Tomo have like a brief conversation, and then Tomo's like, "Hey," June rather is like, "Hey, your mom is on the way. She should be outside. Like, come on, let's go." And Tomo's like, "Carry me." He goes, "Huh?" And he's like, "I carried you here." He's like, "Well, I was asleep. Carry me again." Fine. So he carries her to the car and gets her in the car. And Tomo's like, "Hey, I didn't get to formally thank you. Thank you." And we basically get like a flashback moment where in one of the previous episodes when they were children, after June was getting beat up, Tomo's like, "It's not a big deal. Like, I'll always be here for you." Basically, June repeats.
Yeah, basically saying the same thing.
And Tomo blushes, and you see Tomo's mom just smiling, like, "Oh, look at this cute little blossoming love between my neighbors." Between my neighbor and my daughter.
Yep.
I always laugh, by the way. Did we ever talk about that when on the episode where she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna stay at June's house for the night"?
Yeah.
And her mother's like, "Oh, I didn't think I'd have to prepare for this day so soon." And she goes, "What do you mean?"
She's all for it. She knows.
Yeah, she's like, "What do you mean?" Like, "Oh, my future grandchild. It's gonna happen tonight. You're gonna get pregnant tonight." Like, no, it's not like that.
Yeah. But they drive away, and then we see the father running with green onions.
Yeah.
Like, where'd they go? Yeah, I was like, where'd they go? Like, oh,
June, where's Tomo?
They drove to the hospital already.
Wait for me.
He's like, what's with the green onions?
Yeah, right.
And then we go to the next day. Tomo's at home resting.
Yep.
She's feeling better, but they want to keep her an extra day.
Yep.
And then June's like checking up on her. And then Tomo gives June his free DS.
Yep.
Saying, like you said, give it back to you when you're stronger than me. So
yeah. He's like, don't think you could beat me in everything. Right. Yep. And it was like a cute little moment between them. But June starts basically like thinking back. So we get a flashback moment to them in middle school, the very first day of middle school. He's like, "Oh, I'm excited. I get to be my best bro, June." Tomo. Tomo, you're so silly with the skirt. Like, dude, I'm a girl. And he starts flashing back even further to moments where like she would be embarrassed seeing him naked. Like she would wear not a swimsuit, but she'd wear like a whole bodysuit. And like she'd be coming out of the girl's bathroom. And he's like, "Why didn't I fucking see this sooner?" And he's like, "Maybe I just chose to ignore it." And
so that's why I had a boner.
Basically, like, why aren't you getting a boner, dude?
Yeah. It's cold. And then he didn't know how to approach, and then he overheard Tomo talking to her friends, like, "So you guys dating?" He's like, "Oh, nah.
No.
Nothing like that." So June doesn't know how to respond to this, so walks past her.
Yeah.
It looked like he gave her a glare, but it's more of he just lost his train of thought and didn't know what to say.
Yeah. And this
And
goes
this
on
is
for a
when-
full year.
Yeah, it got very awkward. The only time they really talk is during judo or martial arts training.
Yeah.
Or just when they're partnered up, but not during school, after school.
Yep. Yep.
None of that shit.
Yep.
And then fucking Misuzu is thinking she's getting left behind because Tomo's doing more physical, boyish activity
Yep.
while she's just basically just sitting there watching
Yep.
from
Yep.
the headlines and all this. But we find out during this whole year, June's just trying to figure out how to approach Tomo like casually, but since it's been so long, he doesn't know how to.
And he's also trying to like, there's that aspect, and there's also the aspect he's like, well, I gotta kind of move on from Tomo.
It's like
I know. I'll get a girlfriend.
That way they won't suspect anything when I talk to Tomo.
Yeah.
Like this is how I get Tomo back, basically.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend, but I still hang out with Tomo. And of course, it's when he's sitting by himself, Misuzu.
Gundo.
Yep.
What an ugly name.
It is. It is
Gundo.
her.
That's an ugly name.
Yep. So basically, this is how, and this is basically explained. This makes sense as to why June asks Misuzu out.
I'm making this declaration right now, by the way. If I ever get an ugly dog in my life, I'm naming it Gundo.
But yeah, June asks her out. And then Misuzu's like, it could be beneficial for both of us because again, it involves Tomo.
Yep.
And then we see the whole like
the replay of the dating of the
I
dating.
like how she just hates her time, all the physical activity. Like, it's no
Yeah.
different than being with Tomo.
Yeah. And then we see her fucking get pissed off because she got rejected. And
Well, before that though, she talks to Tomo first.
yeah,
Basically, talks to how she's feeling about being basically left behind. All this, and then Tomo opens up saying, "I actually like doing non-managed stuff sometimes with you.
Yep.
Feels like I'm a normal girl, basically."
Yeah, she's like, I value my time with you more than I value my time with anybody else.
So that made her happy. And then this is where we get to, all right, so I should just bring up him now and humiliate him.
Swiftly and coldly.
Yes. And then Bud June beats her to it. And then her heart just breaks like, he beat me to it. But this gives June the confidence to talk to Tomo like alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, June's like talking normal, like nothing happens, but they're all walking home, and then this is where
they were talking. Like he goes like, "Hey."
First, yeah, they're walking together, but they haven't said anything.
Yeah.
And now Tomo's calling out to him, but he hasn't heard it. He's just lost his train of thought.
Yep.
And fucking Tomo punches him twice.
Straight in the fucking solar plexus.
Yep. And then she's like, how like that fucking her basically ignoring me for a whole year.
And she started about to cry. And then she's like, "You don't gotta cry." She's like, "I'm not crying." Boom.
Yeah, punches him again. And she's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I want to hang out as friends. I want to be your best friend for life."
Yep. And so
we flash forward.
Now, and he's basically thinking like, I've got to come up with a new way to be with Tomo forever, like I said. And he's getting ready for school. He opens the door, and you see an excited Tomo like, June, let's go to school. So she's like, she's fucking doing the Ultimate Warrior on the gate.
And now June's seeing how she's actually cute. Like he's finally seeing her.
Yep.
As more as a woman.
Yeah.
And then we get a new ED with the guy singing the song this time.
I don't like that ED.
I like it's not gonna win anything. It's just a catchy little thing, but it's not.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's
personal taste. Not a fan of it.
But yeah, decent episode. Again, second half is better than the first half, but we kind of needed for it to tie in.
Yeah, it was all right. I wasn't too impressed with the episode, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but beggars can't be choosers. Not everyone's a winner.
Indeed.
All right, next high card.
Solid episode.
As Chris said, it's easier to find them like fucking JoJo stand users. They're just everywhere. All these card players.
Well, basically, because you're in a normal life, and then you see all these like insane explosions.
Just follow the fancy suits.
Fucking deaths. Yeah, just follow the fucking destruction. That's it.
Yeah, they're not really. do anything. But basically, we get a little bit more on the Klondikes.
Yep.
And what are the what do you know? Do you remember those two guys' names?
Fuck no, I don't know their fucking names.
The two jobbers.
Actually, let me a second. Let me review. Sorry for yawning. Fucking tired. I was up at.
But man, basically, while that's going on, the prince, the terrorists are looking for the prince. The prince is under attack.
Prince gets got.
Yeah, it gets got by the.
Well,
by
there's
the
one of the
woman.
princes. One of the princes gets.
Yeah,
got.
there's like 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them goes to the car, and then that girl that can control like levitate stuff killed them both.
Yeah.
Well, killed the guy and the security guards.
Jasper and Alex.
Jasper and Alex. Okay.
Jasper's the stupid one. Alex, the big burly one.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris countered them the first time. They failed because they got away.
Yep.
And now, after the death of the one prince, we go to the funeral, and we see both Bon and Fyodor.
Yes.
They're having a conversation, and it looks like Fyodor was about to pull out his card.
Yep.
Like he was getting ready to go fight.
Yep.
Like you can't beat me type of thing.
Yep.
But Bon's not gonna do anything because they're in a church. It's a serious matter with the death of the prince.
I still don't understand why fucking Chris's card is only a 5 and it's immortality.
Again, I don't like the imbalance of these cards.
Agreed.
So
they do a good job making Finn's card weak, but even so,
yeah. Oh yeah, he's the MC. Of course, that's weak, but not fully use his full potential. But
I'm curious his X play. I want to see Chris's X play.
Oh god, yeah, was it double mortalities?
Oh my, no, not Chris. I'm sorry, Finn. Finn's X play.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll get that in the finale or penalty.
Gotta think so, right?
We'd have to. But what you call it? Finn's not answering his phone for anyone.
He's depressed as
He's depressed as fuck. Bernard calls all the high card members, says we need you for this mission right now. And so everyone shows up except for Finn, and the mission is we have to get all these cards ASAP.
Yep.
Basically to steal everything away, so no one gets them again.
Hi.
So, all right, so we're gonna split you up into teams. Here, you're going here. You're gonna get these cards right here.
Hi.
All this, Chris, go get Finn.
Yep.
So, all right, fine. And then, of course, he's gonna fight the. Oh, he doesn't know about the other 2 yet that he counted earlier. That was just a coincidence, but we'll get to them a bit.
A coinky dink.
Yes.
I love saying coinky dink.
Coinky dink. But
coinky dink.
Yes. So any what?
I was making that joke. I was like, "What is a coinky twink?"
I don't fucking knows. But what you call it? Chris goes to Finn's apartment, knocks on the door. Finn says, "Go away," basically.
Yep.
And then Chris tries to have him open it up, like, "All right, what's wrong?"
Yep.
And it's basically how
he has regret.
He has regret that he failed to save the orphanage.
Yep.
And the fact that they told him it'd be best to not see them anymore.
Again, yep.
So all this is like,
it'd be a nice story at the end of this. Like
what?
Once all of High Card is done, if Finn adopts the black boy,
he could. But yeah, he's talking about how he saved all this money for the orphanage.
Yep, and he's like, no matter how much money I spend, I can't never get the place that I called home back.
Yeah, they don't accept it. They don't want me around them.
Yeah, and Chris is like, there's nothing wrong with having 2 homes. There's nothing wrong with having 2 families. It's like, hey, they call us buddies, right? They call us buddies. I thought they could have been like, oh, like buddy fighters, like Buddy Daddies,
yeah,
like buddy fighters. But anyway,
they're both like, yeah, that's stupid. I don't see it.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I don't see that either. He's like, yeah, but he's like, you're like my family, basically.
Yeah, because they're both orphans.
Yep.
But yeah, Chris offers to like, hey, we got a mission, and Finn says no. So Chris is like, fine, I can do it myself. No big deal. I can't die, really. So yeah, he goes. He lets. I think he. I don't think he calls them saying, hey, he's not coming. We just see him at the train.
No, he didn't call at all. He left the Hershey bar, which I don't know what that stood for. What does the Hershey bar stood for? Do you know?
I have no idea.
He left him a Hershey bar at the front door. But basically Finn gets galvanized by this whole family talk. And as Matt said, basically as the train is literally about to depart, Finn shows up and Chris is like, "Hey, are you sure you're down for this?" And he's like, "We're buddies, aren't we?"
Yeah.
That was a cute.
Yeah, that was a nice little callback.
Yeah.
Though Chris gives him the rundown of everything going on.
Yep.
And of course we see Idiot One.
No, Alex isn't an idiot. He's just like Braun. He's like Brian Cage. Brian Cage isn't an idiot.
No, the other one.
Jasper.
Jasper.
You said
Alex
idiot one, which would sound like you were going to say the other guy's idiot too. And I was like, he's not really an idiot yet.
Just Idiot One.
Jasper.
Tweedledum.
Yeah, so he's Jasper.
Jasper. Basically the Klondike family is like, hey, these guys suck. Let's just give them the short end stick. But now they want to prove themselves while kind of get it back at the Klondike family.
Yeah.
But they really don't. He goes to their cart. Like, aha, we meet again, but this train's going to collapse.
No, the train's going to crash into a fucking rock that's just collapsed the train, collapsed the bridge.
That Alex is making with his card.
Yep.
And so Chris is going to, like, you know what? He's easy to manipulate. Let's go with this. So, you're going to die too if you're here, right?
Yep. And so he's like, what about the passengers? And Chris is like, fuck the passengers. And Finn is like, dude, what do you mean? He's like, they're nothing. They're nobody.
Basically calling his bluff.
Yeah, he's like, I'm immortal, bitch. Like, I'll take your card once you die, and I'll take Finn's card. I get 3 cards, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'll take your buddy's card. I leave with 4 cards, and all I have to do is just not die because that's what my card does, bitch.
Yep. So he's like, hey, are you really gonna let him do this? And then Finn's like,
Right.
Basically, with Jasper's card, he would have to play it.
Yep.
To get like metal traction and all this from the tracks.
Yeah. So he ends up ripping the entire metal sheath of the fucking car, and it just exposes the car. And so then we get a little battle, and Finn gets like basically caught up in it, and Chris is like, "Bye, Chris." Yeet! And fucking yeets him out the car, over the bridge, into the water. And we basically get a final battle with Chris and Jasper. And Chris is like, what are you going to do, bro? And he's like, fuck. And as the train is about to crash, the conductor sees it, puts the brake on, but it's not in enough time.
Yeah.
Jasper basically uses his powers. He burns his hand while doing so, but he's able to bend the track upwards. So he's able to use the momentum as a pendulum to come back down. Finn swims to safety, and I'm very curious to see who that person is, because basically we see like an Indian, I think it looks like an Indian woman and her dog approach the riverbed and see Finn basically like gasping like and shit.
I guess she's probably gonna give him an enlightenment speech.
Maybe she probably has a card too, but that's the way it goes. But
yeah,
anyway.
I think she has the card that they're looking for.
Yeah.
That's not those two.
Maybe. Yeah. So then the episode basically ends with Chris versus Jasper and Alex 2-on-1. 1-on-2.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we get a continuation of an episode or a fight sequence.
Yeah. I think
because everything has been ended in just one episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Nier Automata.
Interesting.
Yeah, we learned a little bit more about one of the Resistance members.
Yes. And by the way, pause that real quick. I didn't know that the Resistance members, I thought they were all human, but they're all
androids.
They're all androids too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until this episode. And I'm like, how the fuck did the human get infected with an android disease? And then when you see them all get fucking blown to bits, you're like, oh, it's fucking like parts and fucking electronics. What?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. All right.
Yeah, we got that shit going on with. But yeah, 2B and 9S, they go back to Resistance area after Pascal in the village, and then 9S is setting up like scouting type of thing. Like it's a specialty, looking for machine life forms and all this.
Yep.
And I don't know, something about him like set him off. Do you remember what it was?
Sets 9S
off a little bit. Like starts questioning Lily.
What sets 9S off?
Yeah, he was being very suspicious of Lily, and then 2B basically chased him off, saying, "Go do your thing over there."
I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was asking. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot, but I know he was starting to question Lily. Then 2B basically said, "Go away, like go
Mhm.
finish your stuff over there," because there was a
Yeah.
jam. And then you see 2B and Lily have a conversation, and then Lily's like, "You remind me of another model like yours about that." And basically, the majority of the episode is a flashback.
Yeah.
We see the resistance from then, and we see a different 2B model with various numbers like number 4, 21, 16.
Yeah.
So they're all this, and then Lily's former leader, Rose. I believe her name is Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the resistance met the Yahora androids during this battle. First, it was more of they didn't trust each other,
Yeah.
but the fact that they had the same enemy, they learned to eventually get along.
Yep.
And while it was going on, Lily got infected with a virus.
Yeah.
It was Lily, right?
Lily. Yeah. No, it wasn't Lily. It was what's her name? Not it is Lily? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Lily. Lily got infected.
Yeah, she got infected with a virus, and basically the Yahora units held her down. Basically like a virus move type of thing, giving her that system reset.
Yeah.
It looked like she was about to. Yeah, basically she was going crazy, like she was about to kill everyone there.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the system reset and the virus protection, she's fine now.
Yeah.
So that was I believe it was 21 specialty. But yeah, they go on ahead. They go on to they go on to one of these buildings. They're being attacked by the machines.
Yeah.
You see them slowly, like these individual teams. They start dying.
Yeah.
Like one from the Yohara side and one from the Resistance. Some of them had like a similar look.
Yeah.
And where you start seeing like they basically are androids.
Yeah.
And what you go? We got the 2B, Lily, and Rose at the final floor. Lily got hurt.
Yeah.
Rose took her to the elevator and basically turned on the elevator to basically have Lily live without him, basically.
Yep.
While basically being left behind to die.
Yep.
And so now here we are, present day, with Lily and the new 2B. And then they were talking about a lone wolf type of thing. And before the credits roll, we see another woman. We see another
who looks very eerily similar to 2B.
It's A2, so and you'll learn about her next episode finally.
Is there like a C3 next?
No. There's no C3PO and all that shit.
I had to throw it in there, that's all.
I know.
I had to throw it in there.
I know. But yeah, I can't wait to see how they use her. But
right.
But yeah, basically this episode was just learning about the Resistance.
Yep.
So I didn't mind that.
Right. No, it's good. It gives you more reason to care about the Resistance. It gives you more reason to care about the characters.
Exactly.
For you to invest more in, which is fine.
Yeah, and yeah, we are getting a little bit of mystery about this world. Like where are the humans basically? Where is humanity? The ones they're protecting.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it for what it was.
Yeah.
Alrighty. My Hero.
Oh, what an episode.
Oh no, I can't wait for the next one because this
I know, me neither.
Oh man. You take this one.
All right. So the episode starts off with basically the gang trying to like figure out what's next, right? With Deku and basically Bakugo kind of has it like
because Lady Na gets out.
Yeah. No, it's no, it started off. I thought it start off with the kids. at the university.
It is okay. Sorry, I thought it went to the other people, but
Oh no. I know how it started off. So the episode starts off with the gang going to the mansion. They go to the mansion.
right,
Yeah, they go to the mansion. They open the door. It's empty, but automatic clip starts playing. And basically,
and it's all for one.
it's all for one. Basically saying, Deku, you're next. You know.
Yeah, and in the background we saw extra heroes in this. Like we saw Mount Lady,
Yeah.
the paper hero.
Yep. Along with Hawks, Genus, and Endeavor.
Yeah, so basically they want to expand their group, which means they have to tell more people about One for All.
Yeah.
And then everyone was we get a little flashback of Hawks having a meeting with them, let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out what to do. Like, we need to tell more people.
Yeah. And
but
they're like,
unfortunately, people are quitting.
Yeah. They said I was like the number 9 hero or something quit.
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, is it worth it for us to tell the public about One for All? Because the media is starting to gather and we keep saying no comment. Like, is it worth it for us to say this? And they're like, oh, and another thing, why doesn't All for One mention this? And they basically deduce, like, no, it wouldn't be in his best interest to do it because then, like, all the public will be on Deku and it'll be harder for him to go after him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. Deku. They say Deku needs to be alone, basically.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Shoto's trying to call Endeavor. He's rejecting the call, and what's his face? Hawks gets a call, and it's from All Might. And so we move over to another battle scene. Deku basically takes care of another fucking Tartarus villain, no problem, 1, 2, 3. And he's like, I can't stop. I got to keep going. And All Might's there, and All Might's like, dude, wait, your food. You know, he's trying to be like the doting parent. Your food. And he's like, I don't have time. And we get a very poetic moment where at the beginning of the show where we see Deku and All Might, you know, holding hands and shaking hands. Now it's like Deku's just on his own. He leaves All Might behind.
Yeah, he doesn't want him involved.
He doesn't want him
to have the burden.
He wants to protect All Might too because All Might is vulnerable. And it's kind of a little bit of a heartbreaking scene when you really think about it, you know?
Yeah, and then All Might realizes it, and now he feels hurt because all he wanted to do was to protect Deku.
And Deku's protecting him. And he's wearing himself thin on top of that.
Did you see the guy in the background?
Where?
When All Might was by himself.
No, I didn't.
Stained.
I didn't see that.
Yes. But
Really?
behind one of the buildings, you see Stained.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I didn't realize it was Stained.
Yeah. That's Stained.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I recognize that torn clothes. That's the red.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Stained. This is when All Might was talking to Hawk, saying that Midoriya left him basically behind.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to the school. And basically, Class 1-8 gangs up on fucking Endeavor.
Yeah, because Bakugo figures it out pretty quick. Like, oh no, like Deku's working with Hawks.
Yeah, basically,
Endeavor.
you want people to support to support Deku, but we all know his secret because he told us.
Yeah.
So have us basically.
Yep.
So yeah, even the principal was like, if you guys can bring him back, I'll let Deku join school again.
Yep. And Endeavor did his best to try and like not let that happen, but they convinced him.
They have no choice. Yeah.
They have no choice. Like, all right. And so we flash forward. Deku is exhausted. He is so exhausted he can't defeat a Tartarus villain, and the school ends up defeating him quickly. 1, 2, 3, bang.
Yeah. Do you remember that guy's name?
Puppet something, I think. Something along those lines.
Is it just Puppet Master? I forgot.
Maybe, I don't know. He had a name, but his
Deku was just trying to get the hostages out of there, but again, he's too exhausted.
Yeah, he's too exhausted.
And then fucking Bakugo does his blast.
Yep.
Knocks him out, basically.
Yep. They secure him, and they're like, Deku, come back with us. Deku, come back with us. He's like, we miss Deku. We miss Deku. And Deku's like, in order for the world to smile, I need to keep doing what I'm doing. And he takes off his mask briefly, and you just see he's worn down, bags in his
Yeah,
eye,
as like
dusty, bruised.
and
Look,
like and if I had to get you guys out of my way to make that happen, then so be it.
and everyone's like, "All right, well then, come get us, motherfucker."
Basically, yeah.
And Deku's like, "All right, guys." Which,
So
by the
we're-
way, obviously the kids are gonna win because Deku's so exhausted. But Deku is now so OP. He could basically solo every single person there except for maybe fucking Bakugo and
Todoroki,
and
yeah,
Todoroki. That's it. Those are the only guys that would give him any sort
yeah.
of
Those are the top three of the class. So yeah.
yeah. All those other people, they would get fucking easily one. They would easily get
And
bodied.
we're gonna do Cold Bird to a pet pack at him.
For real, right? Dude, they don't know Deku. They're gonna be shocked. And it's gonna be pretty crazy because Deku's gonna be pissed. Deku's gonna be fighting off of emotion and heart.
Yeah,
Even though
he's,
it's
yeah,
the wrong
yeah,
way
he's,
to do
yeah,
that.
he's probably gonna be crying during the fight, like,
Yeah, but it's gonna be
telling
so
the plane,
good.
please stop, type of thing.
It's gonna be so good.
So
I'm
hopefully
very
this will
curious what's
be.
gonna happen though, because after this fight, you already know Deku's just gonna pass the fuck out. He's gonna go back into a coma for like a week because of his
Oh
exhaustion.
yeah, and maybe the other people will like take over for a bit.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But man, very good, very fun episode.
Fantastic episode.
Alrighty, moving on. 2 Year Eternity.
An ultimate of 2 Year Eternity.
Yeah, the penultimate. We got the finale. We're gonna have the finale next week.
Sunday as we record.
Yeah. And Fushi is awake and he realizes he is in Bond's body. Well, his lifeless body is like right in front of him, like basically on his lap.
Basically, yep.
And he's like, what? He's like freaking out. He's like, what have I done? Type of thing.
Yep.
But because of this, he sees spirits because Bond did.
Yep.
And so Bon-Chen is behind him. He's talking to him.
It is I, Bunshin, Tasty Peach Uralis.
Yes, with his old look.
Old look, old fucking intro.
Yep. And it was just nice. And then basically now Fushi is seeing the other spirits that he sees, like those two.
Yep.
And then he's like, come with me, basically. Come outside.
Yep.
And who does he see outside?
Everyone he was missing.
Gugu.
Tonari.
Yeah, everyone.
Including Live March.
Yeah, Live March. Yeah, Rin wasn't was the old man there, Booze Man?
No, I don't think
Or
Saki was there.
the doctor,
Yep, the doctor was there.
the Oniguma.
Yep.
Yeah, basically a bunch of people that he lost, they were there.
Yep.
And that triggers his memory because he remembers them.
Yep.
So now he can be them, or in this sense, bring them back to life.
Yep.
So that's what he does.
Yep.
So now he has his friends. Even Gugu's like being so supportive.
Yeah.
So they you've been carrying this burden for so long, so let us do it for you. Like, let us help
That's a silly
you.
name, Gugu. Call him Googs. What's up, Googs?
Googs. Yeah, no, he's a bro. He's earned that. We'll call him Googs.
Googs.
But he was our best supporting boy for that season when we had
He was. Both of ours, right?
Yeah, I gave him the year, even though I probably should have gave it to Otto, but they're both good.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, yeah, he has reinforcements. Everyone,
And they're all what's it called? Immortal.
They're all immortal.
Yep.
And the fucking creator, he's not there. Fuck him.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck. That guy's such a cunt.
I know, he's so fucking manipulative.
He's such a piece of shit. I know, right?
And yeah, they kill another one of the knockers, and of course he gets another body back. What's her name?
Yeah.
Seriously, what was her name? The archer.
Parana.
Parana, yeah, he gets Parana back.
Yeah.
And he gets another memory back.
Yeah.
And the knockers are getting weak, they're being chased away.
Yeah.
And while this is going on, Fushi received a letter from Kahaku.
Yep.
And it's a letter of goodbye.
Yep. Because we see the battle. We see the battle between Kahaku and the knocker.
Yeah.
and he's got all the other Fushi spirits that were taken.
Yep. And then said, "Fuck that shit."
Yep.
That's right, because what you call it?
He saved
Echo. Yeah, because Echo tried to jump.
Yeah.
And she get saved or?
Yeah, she got saved. Because she ended up having a broken hand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the knocker saved itself.
The knocker saved itself, and then when Kahaku came and saved Echo, it basically the knocker broke its hand trying to get out. So she's fine. She just has a broken hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, basically Kahaku saying like you'd be better off without me.
And that was interesting. I forget who made that point, but it was an interesting point. They're like, "Oh, why don't you just kill Echo and give her a new body?" And they're like, "Not everyone needs to be immortal." Basically.
Was it Marsh that said that?
I don't know. Somebody had said that, and Bunshin slash Fushi was like, yeah, like no, like she should deserve like some people deserve to have like a full life and pass on to the next life. Yeah. And that was kind of the point that was made. Also, they're like, oh, like when you die, you have the choice. You can stay in reality, or you can move on to paradise. And these people believed in you, so they stayed in reality.
Exactly.
For this opportunity to see you again.
Even Bunshin's friends got fucking resurrected while Fushi never met him.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That was totally worthless.
I was like, you know what? Fine. Let him for a little bit.
A one-armed guy and a naked guy. He's fucking naked.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Let him. They were the two that Fushi really needed.
Yeah.
But no, the battle lasted overnight, and then you see basically the knockers are gone.
Yeah.
Either they killed almost all of them, but some just ran away.
Yeah.
So the sun rose, and Googs just said, "We've won."
Rick Googs.
Yep. Fuck. God damn it. Oh my god. But no, we got one more episode.
Yep.
Really good.
It's been solid, dude. This is a solid 4.5.
Yeah. I was gonna see how it ends.
It's not gonna be a 5 for me, but this is a very solid 4.5. Easily in the top 10 this year.
Yeah, no, I've been very happy with this.
Yep.
But let's move on to Nagatoro. Do you want a different one?
No. I was just trying to think. I'm trying to think back at the episode. I was saying in terms of like what the episode contained and how it was. It was funny. No, actually, no. Let's go with Nagatoro because this is one of the funniest Nagatoros they've ever done.
Yeah, this is the actual comedic episode. This
was fucking funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
This was funny. So the episode starts off. It's the new episode, or sorry, the new
year.
New year, and now Senpai is now in his final year. Nagatoro's the second year, and they're like, "Well, fuck, like like I need to paint something." It's like, "Well, I could paint art. I could paint I could paint fruits." He's like, "I could paint Nagatoro," and of course, who opens the door? Nagatoro.
Yep.
And some more teasing happens, and he's like, "Hey, you want to paint me?" And he goes, "If you don't mind." Oh, I've got a special surprise for you.
But yeah, that she's actually getting excited about it.
Getting excited, and she goes, "I have a special surprise for you. Let me go change really quick." So she goes into the closet. She changes, and it's the competition swimsuit, full on hugging curves, all of that,
all that shit,
all that.
So yeah, she does the posing, teases, tries to be a little suggestive with it.
Yep.
Because of the curves.
Yep.
And what'd you call it? Yeah, didn't she hurt her back during this?
No, she just made it up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So basically she just wanted a massage.
Yeah. It's like, oh, my back hurts from all this posing. I want a massage. And stupid gullible senpai is like, yeah, that happens with modeling. I hear it's hard. But he's like, wait, no, I shouldn't be massaging you. Like, you're in a swimsuit. Like, it's inappropriate for a boy to touch a girl.
It's fine, senpai.
Hurry up and give me the fucking massage. Okay. And he has a shitty massage too. What's Chris saying? Chris is saying, well, they
explain before that it's not meaning to see and insert room to recreate, just needs it in its memory. It's talking about eternity.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Oh yeah, he was talking about those two guys. That's why.
2 guys, 1 cup. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he was talking about a bunch of his friends. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I got it.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, all right, fine. And he gives a massage, like, so, like, bloop, 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 bloop. Really shitty massage. God awful massage. And eventually, you know, she's like,
He doesn't have those man hands.
He doesn't have man hands. So he's like, all right, thank God for the massage. All right, cool. We're going back. And then somebody else opens the door. What's her name? Sumoichi?
Hana.
Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Wow.
What happened?
Wow. So a really hotly contested fight that was going on in the Grand Prix tournament, or I don't think it was a Grand Prix tournament. MVP versus Yaguchi in Bellator. Right. And MVP just won with a fucking leg kick to the knee and broke. Oh God, he broke his fucking tibia.
Oof.
He broke his tibia with one leg kick. Oh my God. Wow.
Well, shit.
Wow. Hold on. Oh, I'm going to hit the sound on this.
Being injured with that kick. And
oh, you can't hear it.
Don't hear it.
No, you can't hear this. I was too slow on it. I wanted to hear the snap.
Oh, you want to hear the snap?
I want to hear the contact. I want to hear the contact. Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, sorry for the discussion.
Yeah. Hana Tsunomiya.
Yeah, Tsunomiya. And who is Tsunomiya related to?
The former art president Sana.
Yes, the former fucking nudist senpai.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit, but
yes, we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, so there's a little bit of a battle back and forth between Nagatoro and Tsunomiya. And then, like, you know, and she feels a little bit jealous. And she's like, oh, well, this girl's taking over. And she's like, oh, were you modeling for senpai? And he goes, yeah. Like, okay, I get it. She's like, I'm prepared to be a nude model. Rup, titties.
I'll be nude for I'll be nude for you.
And of course, she's a 14-year-old girl with massive fucking titties. Or 15.
Yeah, the whole family's exhibitionists, I'm telling you.
Basically. They all love it. And they're like, huh? They're like, oh, well, she's her cousin. Oh shit! No wonder.
Yeah, that's why Nagatoro's like, this is why I don't want. So that's why I don't like you. Don't want.
We just got rid of one. That was fucking hilarious. Like we just got rid of pervy president, and now we got this one.
Now we got pervy Kohai.
You got pervy Kohai, and that was hilarious. Literally die laughing. And then somebody else opens the door. It's Gamo.
Yeah,
I'm starting to really like Gamo.
Yes.
Love Gamo. Who's the whore one? What's her name?
The whore one. Who's the whore one?
You have Yoshi, Gamo, and then the whore one, whose name I'm forgetting. I can just click on the thing, I suppose, right?
Oh, hold on. I got it. Is it Sakura?
Sakura. Yeah.
Gamo, Yoshi, Sakura.
Yeah, I like Gamo.
Yeah, no, she's cool. I like her.
Yep.
But yeah, they come in. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so Gamo comes in and she's like, come on, you got practice. Like, all right. And then, you know, but you could tell like Nagatoro's like
doesn't want to leave him alone.
Like she's iffy. She doesn't want to leave him alone. But she's like, all right, I'll go. And she goes to judo practice judo practice. She had mentioned this earlier in the episode. We had skipped over this, that she told Senpai like before the massage.
She's joined judo
club and I'm going to, you know, I want to get my goal. Right. And she's like, I want to hit my goal. I'm like, oh yeah, you want to beat Orihara, right? She's like, kinda. She's like, I want my kiss from Senpai. And Senpai starts freaking out and like, oh, what do you mean? You don't need to kiss me. And she's like, oh, you don't want to kiss me, Senpai? Do you want to kiss me? Do you want to kiss me? Do you want to kiss me? And then that's when you see Tsunomiya there. And she, what's it called?
Was this about kissing?
Yeah, was this about kissing?
Oh my god.
That was funny.
No, this is a very funny episode.
It's such a funny episode. So anyway, so we see Nagatoro go over to judo practice and she's distracted. She's not doing her best. And Gamo's like, oh, well, what's going on with you? And, you know, you're letting that shit get to you. Orihara comes over and was like, hey, Nagatoro, you're not doing too hot. Like, what's going on? And Gamo's like, oh, she's distracted because her boyfriend, she's going to lose her boyfriend to the new hot Kohai. And they're like, boyfriend? He's not my boyfriend. And they start talking. They start having girl talk, basically. And while they're having girl talk simultaneously, Senpai and Tsunami are talking, and they're looking over all the portraits of Nagatoro, and she's like, "I get the situation." She's like, "You love Nagatoro?" She's like, "Love? I don't. What do you
Yep.
mean love?
Yeah, like I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about." And she's like, "Oh well." And then so with the girl talk, they're basically like, "Yeah, you know, like, what do you want? Do you want judo? Do you want senpai? Judo, senpai?" And Nagatoro's like, I'm gonna focus on judo when I'm here, and when I'm not here, I'm focusing on senpai. And Gama's like, you want it all. I see it. And Orihara's like, you got this, girl. And it rejuvenates Nagatoro. Meanwhile, again, Tsunomiya and Senpai are talking, and she's like, well, you know the next step for this, right? What? What's the next step? And the episode ends with the word, take her on a date.
Dato.
End episode. This was, like I said, one of the funniest episodes they've ever done.
Yeah, it took a while, but
took a while, but this was fucking funny.
No, I'm happy with this one.
I'm happy with this season. This season's way better than the season 2. With one rather.
Yeah, I agree.
Hi.
All right, I'll let you take this one, Inspector.
Inspector.
We got 6 more, by the way.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck happened in Inspector this week?
The same thing with the father with the children.
Yeah, so
basically getting all the children together.
Yeah, they get all the children together, so they're there, and they start trying to deduce. They start trying to deduce, like, how did he kill him? How did he kill him? How did he kill him? And over the course of time, this turned into something way greater. It turned into the father killed the mother, but each child at the same time or in the same time frame had their own way of they plotted to kill their own mother.
Right.
Each child plotted to kill their mother at the same time because they knew that was the only time that she was available.
Right.
So anyway, sorry, I'm distracted by freaking 15 different things.
I know, it's okay. You're good.
I'm distracted by and I'm not getting my tattoo tomorrow because my fucking what's it called?
Your artist?
Yeah, my artist just fucking got into an argument with her fucking tattoo thing and lost her job.
What the fuck?
So it's gonna be a home tattoo on Sunday instead of me going to the shop.
All right, well, you'll just get it a day later. That's all.
Yeah, I'll get it a day later, and I'll be in the comfort of my own home.
There you go. In pain.
In pain.
I continue.
Anyway, so it comes out basically that all the children had a plot to kill their own mother at the same time, and they start thinking like, oh, was this our father's plan all along to get us to confess over all of our like transgressions? But at the end of the day, each of the children feels better about the circumstance, right? They all feel better about confessing, but this still doesn't lead to why did he kill them? And so the episode basically ends with them like, nope, like they're like, did he even kill him? Like, nope, it 100% it happened. And that's really what the focus on. The central focus of the episode is basically on each of the stories, how each were going to kill like the mother. There's really not much to describe. Like you can go into because Inspector, guys. Like if you know Inspector, like you're gonna be like with these tremendous details that Iwanaga manages to fucking get, and it's like, dude, really? Oh, we did get the funny line.
Oh yeah.
You got the funny line where she's talking to the children. She's like, I'd much rather not be here. I'd much rather be in the hotel room with my boyfriend, and I want him to wash his fingers with my vagina.
Yep.
She wants
the tunnel washing.
Oh my god.
So this whole season is her being thirsty and these random cases.
Yes.
Nothing major. It's just these two things so far. Just these two things.
Dude, like she's like, I want him to drink sake out of my crotch. I want him to wash his fingers in my vagina. I want him to like, oh, I'll let you fuck me right now in the street. I got sexy paisley underwear on.
And it's like you have no sex appeal stuff.
Girl, like you got no sex appeal. You're not sexy. Paisley is not sexy.
But we did it. Oh my god.
Iwanaga is definitely the type to take like a cucumber and just shove it all the way in there.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't understand why there's no Inspector Dojin.
I don't know, because she's legal.
It's ridiculous, bro. I
know. Good.
I was scrolling through like on N hentai. I was just scrolling through, right? And I typed in a certain fetish, and fucking I don't have to say what this fetish is, but like one of the things that came up was what's it called? I got the elementary school girl pregnant with my kid. What?
What?
And
What?
I'm like, what? Why is this published?
Who signed off on it? Who agreed to it?
What the fuck?
But yeah, this is all we need to know for this episode. There's a ton of washing.
Yeah. Anyway, on a less dark note, what's next, Matt?
All right, Buddy Daddies.
Another cute episode of Buddy.
We had a week off of a recap, but we're not back now. It's episode 9.
I officially gave this a 4 after this episode. This show's a solid 4 out of 5.
And we got 4 more episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
10,
3.
11, 12, 13.
Oh, yeah, but no, we have 4. Yeah, you're right.
Yep, there are 13. There are 13 fuckers.
Yep.
But yeah, it's the daycare field. It's field day.
Yeah.
That was there's like competitions for the children.
Yeah.
And what's called Papa Kazuki wants to make sure Mary has fun.
Yep. And they want to get a good view for pictures and viewing. So they send
Papa Ray takes care of that.
Send Ray Papa, which we find out later ends up being like a barbed wire fucking electrified bomb like little patch in the field that everyone has to avoid.
Yep. So yeah, he goes before that. Yeah, he goes home and Katsu's like, "What the fuck happened?
This was too much. Too much, dude."
Yep. But what you call it? Ray Papa, he starts helping out with getting lunch ready for the field day.
Yeah,
and
he makes
Katsuki's like, "Are you okay? You have a stroke?"
Yeah.
This is like I knew this day would come. And then basically.
Yeah. Oh, well, you skipped the part. You skipped the part where they were practicing. The episode really starts off with Mary practicing her running. She wants to get the gold medal. She wants to get the gold medal in the race amongst the kids. Afterwards, they head over to the cafe, and Mary's getting juice, and the boys are having a drink, and they're talking to Kyo about or Q rather. Is it Q? Q is talking to Q about what's it called, about like, hey, you should come with us, and he's like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
like, they're having fun.
Yeah, especially after the after credit.
Yeah, and they're having fun, but you see Q have this like ominous look, like he's like, I can't believe I'm having to fulfill this request. This is like he knows
exactly. So so Mary's like, yeah, we'll take lots of pictures for this.
Yep.
So all that's going on.
Yep.
Both papas, they help make lunch together for Miri.
Yep.
All this nice shit. They're at the festival. This is where they see the barbed wire, the electric fence.
Yep. And you see, Kazuki, by the way, when he started talking to the two moms, I was like, wow, Kazuki is super gay. He's not. But the way all his mannerisms and everything, like he was just like a single gay father.
He's he's just very domesticated.
Oh my god! But is he more domesticated than the house husband?
Oh hell no! No!
No, he's not.
No, he hangs out with the housewives. He's in the elite. He gets the N-word passive house mothers. That's what Tatsu
The
is.
Yakuza of house mothers.
Yes, exactly. The bitches love him. He's one of them. He's earned that shit.
One of us.
Exactly.
One of us.
But
I wish we should get a doji and a Buddy Daddies so we can see Kazuki fuck all the moms.
No, he'd be fucking Ray.
And is that considered dojin too?
The yaois?
Oh, dojin was straight. Is there not one for gay?
I think dojin is just straight up erotica.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the one you would be into. That's fair, Matt.
I would not watch them fuck, honestly.
Because wouldn't Ray be
Ray's not that attractive to me.
Ray would be like Twinkie though with his body.
No, that's definitely Kazuki.
Kazuki's not Twinkie.
Oh no, he's definitely Twink.
No.
Oh come on, look at him.
No, he looks like a power bottom.
He might be a power bottom, but I'll take him over Ray.
Probably.
Ray's just someone I hang out with though.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'll hang out with Ray. That's it. That's the extent of our relationship.
Is it fuck, marry, kill?
Yes, basically.
Oh, do that. Fuck, marry, kill. Kyo, Ray, Kazuki. Go.
Damn, I gotta kill Kyo.
Yeah, I kill Kyo.
I don't know him much. I don't know what he's gonna do.
He's the most handsome of the three, though.
He is. Yeah, no, fuck. He is. You're right.
Yeah.
But Kazuki's a good housewife.
Fuck, Mary, kill.
He's not. Yeah, he's not fucking Tatsu. But
So you would basically. So here's what would happen.
I want to kill Ray then.
No, you get this joke. So you would
Okay.
marry Kazuki because the
Yes.
housewife. You'd fuck Kyo because he's hot, and you would die from Ray because you're not gonna kill Ray.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fuck Mary, get killed. Not kill.
Exactly.
Fuck Mary, get killed. All right. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, we're getting on track. Mary does the speech to get the school started, to get the rallied up the students. Kazuki's very like, yeah. They're like, shut up. Okay. Like, you over there, be quiet. Yeah, but so all this, they're doing the games. We get the race.
Yeah.
And Ray Papas, he finally shouts.
Yeah.
And of course, it caused Mary to trip.
Trip and bust her ass.
Yep. So she got a participation trophy.
She got she didn't get a gold, silver, or bronze.
Last, she was last.
She got an aqua medal.
She got the "You Tried" medal.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do all this. Now Ray starts feeling guilty. There's the lunch break, and now it's okay. We need the students and the parents. She wants Ray, but Ray's like, no, he doesn't want to fuck it up for her again.
Yeah.
And so it's Kazuki and Miri. They're doing the little 3-legged underpants race.
Yep.
All this.
Yep.
They you gotta cast a marshmallow in your mouth, do this race, and then get a sheet of paper for the scavenger hunt. Do that and go across the finish line.
Yep.
Miri grabs it and she doesn't say what it is. She just starts running.
Yep.
And she's running towards Ray.
Yep.
And she talks about how she wants both of them.
Yep.
With her. And they run while holding her hand. She's like in the air, like, wee. They're running. They cross the finish line. Gold medal, baby.
Gold medal, baby.
Yes, and then we find out what is said in the scavenger hunts. It's family.
That was very sweet.
I was like, "Aw."
I did say "aw," and then
Yeah.
I was laughing because
Kazuki's like,
don't cry. And
But he's crying.
Ray's like, I won't cry. And he looks over and Kazuki's just bawling.
Like,
It's
you're
cool.
the hypocrite.
That was
But
fun.
the festival's over. Ray is carrying Miri.
Who's knocked the fuck out?
Yep.
She's
And they're like,
exhausted.
oh yeah, they're gonna start training again soon.
Yep.
Did you see the after credit?
There was an after credit. No, I did not.
No, there's after credit. Ray's father is there again with Kyo.
Mm.
So don't forget, you have a job to do.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of them there at field day.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
because
someone was
one of the points that Ray said, because basically after Miri gets the gold medal, Anna Sensei is like, "Hey, don't you want a picture to commemorate?" And Ray, to his credit, was like, "Hey, we don't want pictures out there of us." And we see fucking Miri being cute, like, "I want a picture with my papas for my good gold medal." And
so, yeah,
Kazuki's like, "How
just
could you
one.
deny that? Come on, all right,
just
one
one.
picture." Ends up in Kyo's hands.
Yep, and we get this shit. Alrighty, moving on. Tokyo Revengers.
Go ahead, Matt.
Motherfucker.
This is your baby.
This is
One way
like
or another.
This is like fucking how.
Just because plot.
No, it's just so Black Dragons are
Yep.
completely fucking useless.
Yep.
The whole group. We'll get to that in a bit. It's we get a bit left off. Mikey says Merry Christmas to everyone. He's like, hey, so what are you all doing here?
Mhm.
Of course, fucking Taiju is mocking Mikey. And it gets a challenge to a fight.
Yep.
And Mikey's talking about his brother and Baji.
Yep.
And Takemichi thought Mikey was losing his mind.
Yep.
And
Seemed
the fight happens, and Mikey gets knocked down.
Knocked the fuck out.
Yep. So Takemichi's like, oh no, like he shouldn't be fighting. He's still not in the right mindset.
Yep.
And eventually, he gets up.
Yep.
He's like, thank you, I needed that.
Yep.
Basically, to snap out of it.
Yep.
And now the real fight happens.
Yep.
Mikey kicks him once, and now Taiju's knocked out.
Nani?
Yeah, before that though, fucking Taiju's right hand men, they were talking about how Black Dragon got formed.
Yep.
It was like they wanted, but they needed someone strong to lead them.
Yep.
And this is
And it was supposed to be Ensui, right? His name is Ensui or Ensui.
Yes.
Yeah, he basically got out of juvie, or no, he got out of reform school, and of course he's wearing his fucking gang outfit, and he's like, he's like, we got to be by somebody strong. He's like, I got somebody that's strong, and he's like, all right, let's see what he's got. And Ensui is like, I just got to kick his ass, and I'll be the leader, right? So I've never lost a fight. I always kick ass.
Yeah.
So they go. Taiju comes over as a middle. I was laughing my ass off as a middle schooler. He was fucking like just this big fucking like.
He's like that guy from Spy Family. That's like he's 6, but he's like
he's got fucking
20.
tattoos and all that shit. Like, how the fuck are you 12 with a tattoo, bro? That's Draken. Draken had a tattoo at like 8.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he was raised by a horse.
Yeah, he was raised in a whorehouse.
Yes.
So you think he lost his virginity like as soon as he hit puberty?
I think it's like more like a bouncer there for them.
Yeah, but I'm sure he fucked some of the girls.
I think for someone that's not close to him, I'm sure, like not the people that were raising him.
I mean, you could still raise him and fuck.
I don't think he would. He seems like the type of guy that wouldn't do that, honestly.
Maybe.
He was raised in a whorehouse, but he still matters.
Do you think Yuzuha and what's his dick? Hakai?
No.
It could be like some, sister con shit.
No, Hakai's a pussy.
Brother con shit.
No non-con shit.
Listen, if I was 13, Yuzuha would be fine as shit.
Okay, fine, but
she's pretty. Yuzuha is pretty.
No, she is gorgeous. But yeah, we get flash forward. Now Taiju got knocked out. One kick. That's it. That's all it took.
Yep, out.
This whole fucking fight. One kick.
Well, at the same time, like, yeah, Mikey's OP as fuck, but at the same time, he's exhausted. He's been beating up 5 different guys. He got stabbed. Like, that's not out of the question.
I know, but not that easy though. But whatever.
Oh no, yeah.
But yeah, no. Taiju's like, all right, well, you're all gonna get it now. All my 100 people from Black Dragon to come in here.
You're not leaving alive.
No, yep, and no one comes out.
What the fuck? So they send the black-haired guy whose name I'm forgetting.
From which group? From
Black Dragon.
I gotta look him up real quick.
Yeah.
Hajime? No. Is it Hajime?
Maybe.
He has black hair for white streaks.
No, I don't think he had white streak. He had it's like a curl. He had like an S curl, like a Jerry curl with his like mohawk. Is that him?
I think it is him.
Okay. Anyway, he sends him out.
Yeah, and then he sees like Draken sitting outside by the porch.
Yeah, and he's busted up. He got hit.
He got a few scrapes. Yeah.
Yeah, he got some scrapes. He got a little bit of a little bloody nose.
Like, oh, you guys done in there?
He's like, you done in there? And
Oh,
fucking
tell
Taiji
Mikey.
dropped to his knees.
He's like, oh yeah, tell Mikey I took care of this.
Yeah.
Then he goes inside anyway. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm done out here. You done in here? It's like, yeah, I'm done here.
Yeah.
Taiju's like speechless.
Drops to his knees.
Yep. Black
And
Dragon.
Sui and Hajime are like, well, what are you gonna do? Well, like, I'm gonna follow you. All right. Later, Taiju.
Yeah.
Like they were done like playing for the day.
Like,
right?
all right, we're done being the delinquent gang. Let's cut our losses. We're done here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Mikey was talking to Takemichi. He's talking about how he's talking about the good luck charm.
Yeah.
That Takemichi gave him.
Yeah.
The stuff that remembers Baji and his brother. That's what he was talking about.
It's not that he lost them. Is that like every year, I ride with my brother. I ride with Baji, and now I'm riding on my brother's bike, and I have Baji in my heart with the charm. That was very nice.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah.
That was very nice. And so then after they go outside, Taiju's on his knees, and Takemichi's like, "We changed the future. We changed the future."
Yeah.
And then Takemichi passes out from getting his ass kicked.
Did you see the after credit?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. Takemichi he wakes up.
Yep.
He's sitting behind Mikey on the bike.
Yep. And he's like, "Where's everybody?" Like, "Oh, they all
went
left."
home.
Yep.
But I have somewhere to take you.
Yeah.
They go to the park.
Yep.
He takes him out. He starts walking over, and who does he see there?
His girl, his ex, Hina.
Yep. So now, basically, Takemichi's gonna basically either chase her away or get back with her.
Is he gonna tell her the truth? Is the question.
You're gonna have to find out.
Like, it's not that I liked another girl.
Now for you, it's how did Mikey know they broke up?
Penis Wrinkle McGee, fucking dick face.
Kisaki.
Yeah,
but I don't think he was with because he was there with Takemichi at the club.
So he set them up, but then how did Mikey and Draken get tipped off? Because remember, fucking Mitsuya's like, I didn't call him, right?
I'm not telling you.
So it's either, like I said, it's either Kisaki. It's either she told Kisaki and Kisaki told Mikey, and this basically forms Kisaki's hate for Mikey, or sorry, for Takemichi, or in like a foot of like desperation, she reached out to Mikey. Or she might have heard from her father after like she came home crying what happened, and then she found out somehow like what her father said.
Right.
One of those three things. Or Naruto from the future managed to come in the future and say this is what happened. I doubt that would be the case, but
yeah, that'd be stupid.
Let me ask you something. It's a yes or no question. You could spoil this for me.
Sure.
At any given point, is there like a crossover between 13-year-old Takemichi and 8-year-old Naruto and their future current selves?
I can't comment for that.
That means yes. You might as well just say yes.
Let's move on.
All right.
Trigun Stampede.
I'm so close to giving this a 5.
I actually got confirmation it is going to be a 24 episode series.
Oh,
so it's either going to be it might be a split core.
It's split core, yeah, because it shows it only goes to 13 episodes.
Yeah, but
12.
Yeah, but on their Twitter today, it's actually a couple days ago. It says 24 episodes. So yeah, we're going to split core.
Go to Trigun. Oh no, it's not. It's not. For me, it doesn't have an end. What's it called? Thing.
Episodes. On the regular My Anime list, it's showing 12, but there is a form that shows a Twitter link to where it confirms it's going to be 24 episodes. So we're going to get the second half in summer or fall.
Oh, man. Well, as long as it's a split core, that's fine. It can count.
Yeah, no, it does count. It's a split core, so.
Yeah.
But, fuck. Another banger, though.
I'm so close to giving this a 5. So close to giving it a 5.
But yeah, we picked up where we left off with Vash and Nye.
Yeah.
And they're in the conflict with each other.
Yeah.
Basically destruction of these plants.
Yep.
And Nye has a human with him.
Yep.
And this is setting off Knives, let's be honest.
Yep, it is. Because he has compassion for the plants, not humans.
Exactly.
Yep.
And basically but they're working together, but one's using the other.
Yep.
But Ludia eventually finds them.
Yep.
And it gets to the point where Nye wants. This is where he changes his name, reborn as Millions Knives.
Yes.
He wants to eradicate humanity and save plants from the humans.
Yes. And
now Knives is making Vash choose.
Vash.
What's worth saving? You're gonna either come with me. He's given Vash a chance to come with him.
Yep.
Or basically die with Luida.
Yep.
And then Vash already lost Rem. He just want to lose someone else that actually cared for him.
Yeah.
So they fight for a bit.
Yep.
And it doesn't bode well.
Yep.
And then what's going on? Something happens to Vash on his arm. So it's like this black hole.
The gate.
The gate, yes.
And it's a
like,
black hole.
Yeah, it's a black hole sucking everything up.
I want to know where it goes.
Yeah, I would like to know that. But,
It's got to be another dimension, you'd think, right? I think this is my prediction. I don't know this. I never read the manga.
Right.
I think in their final battle, I think the gate's going to open up again on his other arm, or somehow he'll be able to master it and open it himself. And the final battle is going to be inside the gate, inside that dimension.
For both of them.
For both of them.
That could happen.
Yep.
I could see that.
Hi.
All right, but yeah, what's going on? So during this, Knives escapes.
Yeah.
Basically, like 50 years, something like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to find you.
Yeah.
So this shows they really don't age.
Yeah.
Because of how long it's been.
Yeah.
And this shows what happened to Vash's arm because of that.
Yeah.
So this is why we have that metal arm.
Mm.
And now that flashback is over, and now we're flashing forward to current time.
Yep.
They're back at where Vash was staying.
Yeah.
So they're at ship 3. Meryl, Roberto, and Wolfwood, they're there. Vash is getting his arm fixed.
Yep.
And what's that guy's name that fixes him up all the time? The one that's with Louis.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name. I want to say Carlos, but that's incorrect.
No.
It's not Roberto.
It's not Zazie.
John. No. Bo. No.
God, fuck.
I haven't the famous clue.
Not Zazie.
That's not. No, of course it's not Zazie. What's the woman's name?
Luida. Yeah, goddamn, I'm trying to figure this shit out.
I know. It's Trigun Wiki. Let me go to the Trigun Wiki.
Let me go to the previous episode.
Millions knives. Millions knives.
Yes, this is. No, not you. Brad.
Brado.
It's Brad, yes. Yeah, Brad's because on there they talk. He's like they're all talking to each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just basically what's Vash gonna do.
Yeah.
And what you call it, Julia is like talking to Millie. And sorry, Meryl, not Millie. Meryl. And then what you call it?
She's so pretty too. Oh my god, I would fucking
Yes.
I would love to pull Meryl's fucking little shorts down and rip her little tiny fucking tights she's got.
Yeah. But yeah, Nice is using the July to have
said Keith?
What?
Chris was like, Keith?
No, I figures like talking about the guy we're talking about. We found out it's Brad.
Brado.
But yeah, Knives using July to house the plant carrier.
Yeah.
Zazie
Welcome to July, the second plant city.
Yep. Zazie being terrifying as a worm.
Yep.
Yeah, humanity's fucked.
Super fucked.
But I like this version of Knives, and I was actually talking to my friend about that, how Knives still needs to be this intimidating factor, this creepy, demented.
And he's still creepy and demented.
Yes.
We find out why he becomes creepy and demented. We find out that there is humanity, or where his faith and his hate in humanity stems from, and where it goes downhill from.
Right.
there's again more details. That's the thing about this show that the people aren't realizing. This show gives you so many more details and gives you so many more reasons to invest and care about the characters. You care about every single character without failure. Wolfwood has more insight. Vash certainly has more insight.
Yeah.
Meryl isn't as powerful of a character, I feel, but they gave her more character. She's got more backbone to her.
As right, yeah, there's more character development with them.
Yes, Roberto is hilarious, right? And
Yes, like, let's give up, let's drink this.
Yeah, right. But he offers good insight when he's not.
He does, yeah.
When he's not saying all hope is lost, let's just get lit before we die.
Yeah,
he gives good insight to Meryl. And what's it called? Yeah, dude. So much like emphasis on meaning. These characters and their stories have meaning, and that's what is lost in translation. On top of the really good CGI, this is probably the best CGI show I've seen.
Yeah,
as well.
This is up there with Beastars, and Dukadev did it well too. But
no, this is more.
I was saying this is cleaner. This is smooth.
I haven't seen Beastars, only in like the clips and highlights. So I've never seen an episode, so I can't say that. But it does look really good when
it's same studio. That's why. So
it makes all the sense in the world. Dude.
Yeah, and this is cleaner. It's smooth.
Yes.
It all flows well. It's nice, especially with the action. Holy crap!
Yes.
It's good.
It's a banger. It's a banger. This is easily top 5 for me of the season.
Oh yeah,
this may well end top 3. I don't know.
We got a few more. We got 3 more, I think. Yeah, 3 more.
Is so tough, dude. I don't know where I'm placing things. My hero, I've already said. My hero is my hero.
But do you think anything could change though?
No, my hero is my number 1.
So it's a deadlock for you.
It's a deadlock for me at number 1. I'm sorry, guys. Surprise, spoiler. Maybe not.
Yeah, I was like, you did this for a year straight. You just call your number 1 before we're done.
I call my number 1 because there's so many ones that are just it stands out. But Angel, Trigun, as I'm just going down the list. Eternity, fucking Ice Guy, Tomo, and Revenger. Less Revenger. So basically what I said Angel, Trigun, Ice Guy, Tomo, and Eternity. Those are 5 anime battling for the other 4 spots.
Right. All righty. Shall we get to the co-main?
Yep. Let's get to my
baby.
Let's get to my
Angel
baby.
Next Door. Go ahead. All
right. This week's episode a little bit different, but still a little bit more insight.
They go outside together.
They go outside, and So the episode starts off basically with the couple talking about their Golden Week plans, and Mahiru decides to use her Golden Wish ticket on having a full day with Amane outside of the house. And so Amane is like, all right, we could do whatever you want. What do you want to do? And she's like, well, I want to go. She's like, it's not all about what I want to do. What do you want to do, Amane? And he's like, well, I want to go to a cat cafe. He's like, I've always wanted to go. I've never wanted to go by myself. So come with me to the cat cafe. Okay, I'll come with you to the cat cafe. And I want to go to an arcade.
Did you talk about how Mahiru is using her? Do whatever I want. Okay, you did. Okay,
yeah, I did. The wish list, the wish ticket. And she's like, all right, well then I want to go to an arcade, and I want you to go shopping with me, and I want you to hold all my bags. Okay, no problem. Before then, though,
because Amane's like, you don't have to use it for that.
Because at first she's like, just shopping. I just want you to hold my bags while shopping. She's like, you don't have to use it for that. He's like, fine, I want a full day with you. Okay, well, what else do you want to do? And then they get into that.
Yeah, they get into that. Basically, spend the day doing what I want and then what you want.
Exactly. Yep.
Don't get out of it.
Yep.
Carry my bags. We're good.
Yep. Let me write something on. I'm talking about Angel right now on the pod. Send it to my friend because she watches Angel and she adores Angel. Anyway, so we move on. Before then, though, Mahiru teaches Chitose how to cook. So Chitose comes over. Right. They cook. Amane is giving her shit like he always does. And Amane woke up early for this because it's for breakfast. And as they're talking, he falls asleep. And he wakes up a few hours later on Mahiru's lap. Oh, no, on her shoulder. And she's like, oh, my God. And she's like, oh, did Chitose do anything to me? And he goes, no, Chitose didn't do anything. But Chitose has this grin on her face like, I didn't do anything. but he's like, I don't believe Mahiru did anything. She's not that type of girl. And basically the principle of that is basically Chitose is now able to observe them in that light. And she also realized that they call each other by their first name. She's like, when did you guys start calling each other by your first name, huh? That's close. She's starting to slowly observe them.
Yeah.
And like their idiosyncrasies as a couple. And she's like highlighting like, oh, it's like, yo, this is real. So anyway, they have breakfast. Breakfast is good. And Chitose leaves. Afterwards, Mahiru apologizes. And she's like, well, what did you do? She's like, well, you're so cute while you're sleeping. I pinched your cheeks and I played with your hair. And she's like, oh, you don't have to apologize for that. And that's cute, right?
Yes.
So they have that little moment. She gets embarrassed, of course, like she always does. And, leans on him. She's like, oh, you baka. Amane no baka.
Yes.
Anyway, so the day of the date comes. Oh, beforehand, though, she asked Amane, like, hey, do you want prim and proper? Or do you want, like, little wild side, basically, right?
Like cutesy type.
Cutesy. And she's like, let's go prim and proper. Okay. So day comes. He opens the door. She's adorable in her little outfit. And he leaves her speechless. Amane gets dressed up himself. He does his hair. And
it looks good. It looks good. Taking care of himself.
Good. Definitely turns on Mahiru. Definitely turns around.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, they go to the they end up going out. First thing they do is go to the cat cafe, and I forget the name of the cat, but the cat basically it likes Amane more than it likes Mahiru, and you see basically, and Mahiru picks up on this quick, like, hey, you treat me like the cat. No, I don't, right, cat? Meow. And she's like, yeah, you totally treat me like a cat. And he does. When you really look at it, he does treat her like a cat, like head pats, stuff like that. Like,
and how tsundere she is.
Yes, 100%. Right. So they do the cat cafe. It's cute. They have a cute little moment there. The show is fire. What's up, Andy? Andy! That's my podcast host from the MMA March podcast. Quick little plug. Every Monday or Tuesday on W2M Network, we talk the latest and greatest anime. This week, we will have to recap because Andy missed. He was busy with the snow because he's in California. He's snowed in. He was doing snow jobs. So not blow jobs, snow jobs, guys. So
it's a special kind of blow job.
Yeah, it's still dealing with white stuff, right?
Yeah, he gets a snowball fight when he's done. It comes and it shoots out in the face. It's not a facial, it's a snowball fight. No,
but he made bank, dude. He told me how much he made in 2 days, and he worked like a slave, but he made fucking bank, dude. So that's why we missed this week's episode. We'll try and do a recap basically of UFC 285 that happened last week. A lot of big events for those who keep up with MMA, as well as the card that we have playing right now in real time, which is the Bellator card. 2 fights, 2 knockouts. Great card so far. 3rd fight's in right now. But we digress. Anyway, let's move on back to Angel. Yes. So they're out. The cat cafe, everything's good. They go to the arcade, have a good time at the arcade. I can't hear anything. My phone sucks. Nothing I can do about that, Andy. Anyway, and that was good timing, Matt.
Yep.
That was good timing with the clap. Anyway, they go to the cafe and or not the cafe, I'm sorry. They go to the arcade and they end up getting like a little stuffed little puppet, right? They go to a little stuffed little puppet and she gets the stuffed little puppet, the stuffed little puppet, like little animal, right? And they also go shopping, so she's got all the bags, and they take a break on the bench eventually, right? And Mahiru is like, here, I want you to have the animal. And Amane is like, but you work so hard to get this at the arcade. And she's like, yeah, I worked so hard for it to get it for you because you're constantly giving me stuff, and I want to give you something, which is very wholesome. And he's like, well, I can't have it in my bed and sleep with it the way you sleep with the other
He's
stuff.
Like, shut up.
And she's like, stop. And she got flustered because she made fun of him and was like, it's fine. She's like, I'll keep it in my room and I'll put it right next to my bed, And she's like, okay. She got all happy. And suddenly Katawaki recognizes them.
Yep. I was like, oh boy.
And pause real quick. I suspect there'll be something with Katawaki that is going to be a make or break with this couple.
Like what?
I don't know. Like maybe Katawaki had feelings for Sheena. Maybe there's something we don't know between Mahiru and Katawaki. We don't know that information yet.
I thought, didn't they ask her out in the earlier episodes, but got told no?
No, because he's the popular boy. He's the popular
Oh.
boy of the group, and he's he's the guy who all the girls wanted to ask out, and you got all the chocolates, and that's how him and Amane become friends.
Yeah, I got that, but
Yeah.
I could have sworn he asked her out.
No, I don't think he did, but I think there's something more. Like there's some like maybe they're childhood friends, maybe he knows something.
I think he'll
don't-
help in a positive way though. Like
It
he
seems that way, but at the same time-
you probably give Amani that confidence to go forward.
He did, and I'll get into that momentarily. But there's some sort like the aura. His aura feels off in comparison to the other characters. There's something that's unique about him, especially with the line. So she sees him, they recognize him, they sit down and talk. They give him a brief explanation of what's going on. Like, oh, you guys are next door neighbors. You guys are like, oh, so you guys are together? No, we're not together. Okay. And then so Amane tells him like, hey, do you mind not spilling this at school? It would make life for both of us a little uncomfortable, right? And he's like, don't worry, I don't like telling people secrets for fun. That line is another trigger for me. He's like, I don't like telling other people's secrets for fun. So you don't like telling other people's secrets for fun, but will you tell them for something else, for personal gain? We don't know. And he doesn't seem like that type of character. Maybe I'm overreading it, but there's just a mysterious like mystique to him when he comes into these scenes that make you want to think that there's definitely more than meets the eye from that perspective. But anyway, that happens. They're all good. They end up leaving to the train station. They're holding hands, and throughout this episode, they hold hands, which is progress. Again, they're outside. They act like a couple. Basically, they hold hands.
Gross.
I know. Censored.
Yeah,
it.
that. What the fuck, man?
Blur it. NC-17. Hand holding. Nope. No,
I can take face fucking from a dungeon, from a donkey girl.
Yes,
hand holding.
Nancy shots galore, but I can't hold hand holding. Nope.
No.
Too much.
Get that shit out of here.
Too much. Much rather hear a girl orgasm from a dog, but not.
Exactly.
We're being facetious, guys. In any case, they're waiting for the train, and they have another conversation, basically, and it's just a nice wholesome moment between them as they have this conversation, and the episode that part of the episode ends with them. There's different types of hand holding, guys. They hold hands like normal, like in an S grip, right? Just holding hands as they're walking. The episode that part of the episode ends as they're walking onto the train with their fingers interlocked. Very significant because now again it's another expression of them being together.
Very cute.
Being closer, very cute, wonderful. The next day, it's a boys' night. It's a boys' day, right?
Yep.
Bring back Guru the Pig. Fuck that nigga Guru the Pig. I don't even know how I can unblock him. I'll ask Sean that, man.
You're talking about that one guy?
Yeah. I'll ask Sean, Andy, see if there's a way to unblock that son of a bitch. But in any case, it's a boys' day the next day, and all the guys are at karaoke, and the hard-hitting questions happen, where basically they fully confess to Katawaki what's going on between them. Katawaki, to his credit, flat out says, like, hey, like, dude, like, are you dumb? Like, this is obvious. It's obvious she's interested in you in more than a friend way. Like,
and you the same way.
Enters your home. Yeah, like she constantly enters your home. She fully trusts you. Like, why other reason would she go to another guy's house alone every day? Like, it's obvious, dude. And so flat out, he asks, like, do you not like her? Don't you like her? And Amane pauses, and he goes, so what if I like her?
Yeah, he finally caves in.
He finally caves, and he finally says it out loud for the first time. I like Mahiru. I'll worry about that later, Andy. Anyway.
Yeah, he's not important right now.
Yeah. So, so big admission from that standpoint. As we continue on with the episode, basically, what else happened in that previous episode? Okay, so he arrives home after karaoke, and his you see Mahiru looking at her phone. He opens the door. He's like, "Oh, tadaima," and she immediately hides her phone. And Amane is like, "What are you hiding?"
Right, and then...
Yeah, like, what are you hiding? She's like, "No, it's nothing important." Like, don't lie to me. What are you hiding? No, don't worry about it. Like, can you at least tell me what you're hiding? Like, your mom sent me your baby pictures. What? That fucking woman? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Starts freaking out. right? And she's like, no, it's not that bad. She just we talked on the phone, and I said, you probably looked adorable as a baby. And she's like, oh my god, look at his baby pictures. She's like, oh, that fucking woman, right?
Yep.
And as he's looking at the phone, let me see the phone, right? The typical fall over trope happens.
Yep. Pins are on the couch.
They fall on the couch. Mahiru's the bottom, Amane's on top, and they're like this close, face to face, right?
Yep.
And both of them are extremely nervous. And Mahiru closes her eyes. She's accepting of this position.
But
preparing herself for this kiss. But Amane laughs it off, jokes around, all good, right? And they laugh it off. And again, Baka Amane. And the episode ends with Mahiru touching her lips and her like flustered and kind of bothered by the fact that he didn't make the move.
Yep.
And
Amane, for it.
Yeah, and Amane, to his credit, was like, wow, I almost made the move. He restrained himself again from making that move. And it's such a wild dichotomy between them, as I mentioned last week, in terms of him not wanting to cross that line. There's an invisible line that was set by them at the beginning of the series. Neither of them want to cross the line themselves, right. But Mahiru, to her credit, is 100% willing. She's willing herself to this line. And I think another perspective thing that may happen may be, and it may happen with Katawaki, someone's going to come in, try and take Mahiru, and it's going to be up to Amane to step up and be like, no, you can't have her. That's my girl. Right? And I think that's going to be something along those lines. And I think that will be a very immense moment. It's a very immense moment. I'm really on pins and needles with this show because I really don't want them to drop the ball. There's 3 episodes to go.
Yeah.
I don't want them to drop the ball on this so bad. No, I'm sorry. There's 4 episodes. 10, 11. No, 3 episodes. 10, 11, 12. Sorry, 3 episodes. I don't want them to drop the ball on this. I don't. I want to see the happiest of endings between them. And I'm still expecting the shoe to drop on the other foot. We got that a little bit when we got Mahiru's backstory. I'm curious if that comes into play again. They addressed it. And so for how much they addressed it and how dark it seemed, they haven't addressed it nearly enough to the aspect where it's affected them. And I'm very curious. I am very curious. And I'm very curious how Katawaki also plays into that. There's different avenues that you can pull from this. I just don't want them to drop the ball. If they don't drop the ball and they give us a really good or powerful sequence over these last 3 episodes, this could be a 5 for me. But I'm waiting. I'm pins and needles trying to figure that out.
You're waiting.
I'm waiting. Oh, so good. Yes. This is one of the better rom-coms, singular rom-coms in a long time, in a very long time, for me at least. It's not the level of Kaguya-sama. It will never be the level of Kaguya-sama. Horimiya is one of my favorites, and I can't really compare it to Horimiya because of the way that Horimiya played out and its actual story itself. Right. But in terms of a new individual romantic comedy, this is 100% up there for me in terms of some of the better ones that I've seen fairly recently. For sure. It's not a GOAT, but I love it.
Okay, we got our main events. This one we did not expect, but here we are.
Ice Guy
and his cool female colleague. After a good Christmas, Fuyusuki is wearing Hiromu's gift, the blanket.
Yeah.
It's on her lap.
And New Year's. You forgot New Year's. Christmas.
Nice holidays. Nice holiday.
Yeah, we're in the new year.
But I say he still gave her the gift then, but
Yep.
And her birthday is coming up.
Yes.
And
he opens his drawer and he still has the earrings. He didn't return them.
He didn't return them after hearing a couple of girls say, "Oh, that's so creepy," of a guy giving a girl accessories when they're not dated.
Yep.
Also, it's fuck you, but
but
people are different. So Himuro has like zero confidence in himself and all this, but his fucking little snowman of all people.
Yep.
Like, gambate, you got this.
That was cute.
It was cute. It's like, who let you out here? But before all that, though, a heavy rain comes in. Katori and Otonashi, they were drenched. They were talking about buses are being closed. Same with subways. It's hard. It's gonna be hard to get home unless you walk. So Katori, sorry, no, Komori is just having a
Komori.
sleepover at a business hotel for the women.
Not the love hotel, the business hotel.
Yeah. So
When they said hotel, I was definitely thinking like,
were they gonna like all 6 of them? No, it's gonna be a girls' night.
orgy. I'm just kidding.
Yep. So Otonashi, Komori, and Fuyutsuki, they're all going to be in a business hotel.
Yeah.
And they ask Fuyutsuki, like, is your cat going to be okay? But it has an automatic feeder, so he'll be okay for the night.
Yep.
And then Komori brings it up to Himuro, like, oh yeah, I live close by, so if you want, you can crash with me.
Yep.
And he tells you, like, hey, you're coming too.
Yep.
Saijima.
Yep.
But like, oh yeah, you're coming. So basically, guys at his house, girls at the hotel.
Yep.
As all turns into a girl talk at the hotel, and fucking Komori's adorable, being scared of lightning.
Yeah.
So I
She's like a dog. She's like a little dog.
Oh, she's the fox. So yeah.
Yeah, the fox.
Yeah, and then Fuyutsuki really like, oh, like you remind me of Nameru.
Yeah.
And then gives her pet of the heads, comforted her, like I'll always be with you and stuff like this.
Yep.
And then fucking Otonashi's like, so wasn't you inside you? But like you dating someone? It's like the Fuyutsuki's like, you got me. What are you talking about?
Yep.
That was funny.
Yep.
So now it's all going to people having a crush. Like, hey, you got a crush on that? Like, no, we're just friends. But you went to lunch with Saijima. Oh, what about you and Katori, huh?
Yeah.
Otonashi's like, it's nothing like that. Shut up.
Yeah.
And then Fuyutsuki's talking about how she's never been in love before.
Yeah.
But they both know because of how she acts when with Hiromu, how they text each other.
Yep.
How happy she is.
Yep.
It's like, oh, so it's cute. And then we go to Komori's side. Yep. Komori and Saijima are just playing video games. While Hiromu's just waiting for that text, like a hawk, patiently waiting.
At first he's not the tech. Well, because the whole time that he's there, he's just staring out the window, contemplating what Fuyutsuki's doing, what he's gonna get her for the birthday. Yeah. Yep.
Or basically getting that kind of stuff on what to do for the birthday.
Yep.
So all that's going on. They both parties see how much they like each other.
Yep.
But Fuyutsuki is a little oblivious at the same time about Himuro's feelings.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to that with it's the next day. It's her birthday.
Yep.
And then Himuro gets like multiple times. Well, first Komori asks Fuyutsuki, hey, you want to go out for your birthday? And she says, no, I'm going to actually take my parents out.
Yeah.
Like instead of them taking me, I did take them because they brought me here, so I want to like fake them type of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was nice actually.
Yeah. Yep.
So Hiro was like so cute, and Snow Blizzard shit.
Hawaii.
Yep. So yeah, he's like, I need to do this. I gotta do this then beforehand.
Yep.
So every chance she gets called over by various coworkers.
Yep.
Every single chance.
Yep.
And then basically now Fuyutsuki starts talking to Hiromu about work stuff. So he puts the gift on hold and maybe it's not the right time.
Yes.
And then Hiromu asks, like, do you want to walk home together? So they do. It's a nice night out.
They're on the riverbank where they first met.
Yep. And then Hiromu starts like overthinking again.
Yep.
And his ice powers out of nowhere just create this beautiful atmosphere. Like the water, the trees, the streets.
An ice palace. He created a mini ice palace with the trees and the walkway, not the water, but
so like everything around him.
Everything around it besides them completely in ice. And in my head, I was like, I hope she slips.
But the lights
ruin the moment.
But yeah, the animation of it, the lights surrounding it.
Gorgeous.
I thought it was beautiful. The Fuyutsuki.
This is probably the singularly best animated scene in the entire season for any show so far.
Yeah, this and then Thorfinn reaching for the light when he wakes up is both excellent in their own different way.
Clip so I can see. Send me that clip so I can see it.
Yeah. I'll accept it. But I'll do it later. But she's like, in awe of everything going on, and
she asks, like, "Is this my birthday present? Can I
like,
have this as my
and
birthday
she would
present?
like it to be a birthday gift.
Can I have this as my birthday present?" This is
And he was like,
stunning.
huh?
And he's like, "No, this isn't your birthday present. Or, yeah, this isn't your birthday present. This is
But
your birthday
this
present."
is, yeah, and it's she opens up, it's the earrings of the snowflakes never melt in ice, and it's just
Just that line. That line is so powerful. Snow that never melts, just like you.
yeah. That's why
Oh,
this is why I want to close with. This is great
oh,
stuff.
that would, bro. If I was him, that would have made my knees 100% weak. That line.
Oh yeah,
That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful wordplay from Fuyutsuki. Stuns her, Himuru. She's appreciative. She had dinner plans, as you, I believe you mentioned that night.
yeah, with the family, yeah.
Family. So she put the earrings on. She's like, "How do I look?" Of course, she looks stunning, baby.
Oh
You
yeah,
look so beautiful. She wears them
100%.
out with her family. She's got this smile on her face. End episode.
Yeah.
Oh no, not end episode. Himuru is back home looking at the moon,
Yep.
and he's replaying the after conversation from the gift giving, and you don't see it, you just hear it in his head. He's replaying the conversation. Fuyutsuki asks him, "What do you want for your birthday?" And he's like, "I'll leave that up to you," in his nervous voice. And she's like, "Well, I'll think long and hard and get you something nice."
Yeah, I think his birthday's like what, a month or something like that.
I don't know. It'd probably
You
be
know,
you gotta think.
it'll probably be I think his birthday will be around the finale.
Yeah, probably.
Or
Do you think
whatever
they
happens.
extend this?
What?
Do you think they extend this to a season 2?
I'm gonna say no.
You gonna say no?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
I think it really just depends on how this ends.
We'll know by the penultimate whether it's going to be.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely know by the penultimate. I would like a season 2, but if they end it
Penultimate's
right,
next
I'd be
week.
content.
Penultimate is next week.
Yeah,
It's Tuesday.
yeah, exactly. But great episode. Closing thoughts.
It's ending. Everything's ending strong. Like, we're getting to the final stretch.
Right? Yeah.
I think both of us are relieved with the final stretch. I think we're also. I was just thinking about this before we went on air. I'm appreciative we don't have Demon King Academy and we don't have what's her face, Kubo, because
Yeah, we'll get them.
We'll get them, and it gives us an opportunity also to be able to like enjoy these more without having to worry about those 2 extra shows, which quite frankly they weren't like world beaters. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
helped in a way. We're still gonna keep up with them, obviously, but they weren't world beaters. But no, this season's ending very strong. This is the first time in a while. Like, I already gave up my number 1, but 2 through 6 for me, I don't know where it is. Yours is a little bit different because you have Vinland in there for sure.
But yeah, it's gonna be graded next season. Yeah,
it's a close. Oh, that's true. That's right. It's a carryover, so you're not gonna grade it this season.
No.
It's a carryover though. But regardless, it's a close race for the rest of our 6, our top 6. It is. I mean, there's so many things that you can take away from each episode, and I think all of our top 6 in some capacity have left us all like, wow, that was great. Wow, that was
right.
solid.
Yeah,
Wow,
we're getting great stuff.
Wow, that was fucking awesome. Like, it's quality. There is quality, and I guess that irks me about our anime community at Eat the Cake Anime. It's another cheap little plug. Our community doesn't watch very many seasonals, and they talk shit because it's like, oh, that's not there. The quality's not there. That's a lie. That's a flat fucking lie.
Mm-hmm.
There is quality. There's so much quality this season.
Or it's like no, like people wouldn't point and laugh at him because people are some of these are pretty popular. Yeah,
like, no, that's not the way it works, dude. There's quality. This season is quality, and I mean, there's a lot of quality that's going to be on in 2023, which I'm looking forward to. But
fuck,
you're starting the season with quality. Quality. That's my closing thought. Quality.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting quality episodes. A lot of these are trying to end strong.
Yes,
it's gonna be a race for a lot of people, even
yes.
people that don't watch all these, or like some of them, or don't even have a big list as us. You don't know. Like, it's a lot.
You don't know.
But okay, we're here next week, folks, and then the week after that we're gonna be off. Ethan will do a Keki shop with Starman, I'm sure.
Yep, that's the plan.
For talking about slime isekai.
Yep, and we'll do a little bit of Eat the Cake or Talk the Cake. We'll do a little bit Talk the Cake because if we're gonna do a slime, we're gonna do a slime one that won't last forever. We can do the Kaguya-sama movie that won't last forever, and yeah, we could do a little bit of highlights because he's watching. I'll let him, and I'll probably tell him this if he doesn't listen to this part. I'll let him talk about the shows that he's watching that we're not watching.
Yeah, you can talk. He can talk. Yeah, you can talk about that sister one. And
among Matt and I, we watched literally 27 to 28 anime this season in some capacity, fully or not.
And Starman's watching a few that we're not.
We're not. So we're basically covering every anime that's not like child focused, basically this season amongst the three of us. So I think I would give him that stage to talk about that, and yeah, it'll be fun. Good times.
Exactly. All right, guys. We talked our cake. We had our cake. We're full of cake. We're gonna get out of here. Follow me at Twitter at DavidPhoenix12. Follow our Talk to Keki Twitter at Talk to Keki. On top of it, we have a link tree that where we're having you listen to your local podcast, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, and fucking Amazon Music. You name it, we're there. We want to thank Sean for being our editor. We want to thank W2 Network and Chairshot Radio for hosting us on their radio platforms. Yes. Check out their websites, W2 Network, and then the chairshot.com. Always use your head. But yeah, that is our plugs. You get us your plugs and get out of here.
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Twitter at SHOSTOPPA24. That's Showstopper24. You can follow me on my anime Instagram at AI_anime24. You can follow me on my podcast Instagram at podcast.senpai. What the fuck are you playing?
No, I was playing a clip. Sorry, go ahead.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you can follow us on our Talk to Keki Instagram at TALKTHEKEKI. That's Talk to Keki. Again, as Matt said, all of our socials have a link tree. You can follow us on our different endeavors, myself and my different endeavors. As I mentioned earlier, shout out to my boy Andy with the MMA for Marks podcast, also on W2M Network, available every Monday or Tuesday as you see it. And just a friendly reminder, guys, we are again on Twitch, YouTube, and you can catch us live. We'll do it for the rest of the season. We'll be Fridays, guys. Every Friday around 8 o'clock Eastern time, you'll catch us live. Give us conversation, comments. We always have our friend Chris that comments. Matt's friend Chris. We got a new person today. Shout out to
so hopefully we see more of him again.
Dark. Yes, so give us interaction. We're going to interact with you guys in between the show. That's why, on top of us giving fucking daily or weekly recaps on every single show, it's the reason why our show lasts over 3 hours. Besides the bullshit, we want to interact with you guys. Come talk to us.
All right, let's get out of here. Arigato, nato, faku, and sayonara.
Sayonara, minasan.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to